Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Sorry, I couldn't stream yesterday. As some of you may know, I was on the football terrace for the watch along and the match reaction over there, so we couldn't get a live stream in on the back of this game. But I am back today, normal time, 1 o'clock Monday, and I'm pumped. Been gym, done a bit of work, ready to do this reaction. Go through how I feel about it. We beat Spurs again, 2-0 on the day. Whenever we need points, I'm not even joking. Whenever we actually need points and we need to win games, we might as well just play Spurs because they just give us points. If we could play Spurs 38 games, 38 games of the league, we'd win the title. If we literally played Spurs for 38 games, non-stop, just Spurs, we would win the title. We'd generally win the title. How funny is that? Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is because we'd have maximum points. 38 games, 38 wins. That is exactly what happened. But Chelsea, four wins. 4 wins in a row against the Spuds. We spudded them away, nipped them in the bud, wrapped them up, bowled them down the alley, knocked over all of the, what they call the pins. It's like strikes every time. Bang, bang, bang. Anyway. Too much of that. I got too much energy. Smash the like button. 21 of you here already. Let's get them likes up, guys. The lines are going to be open a bit later on in the show today. We will get you involved and we will get your thoughts and opinions as always. But make sure that you subscribe for the channel if you are new as well. Share on your socials. I've got a little bit of news with you in regards to merchandise as well. But let's drop that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. Good to see you guys in the house. As always, the GNA community is the best community in the world. Like, for me, it is the best, always. And I'm looking in the chat already, and I'm already seeing them familiar faces. Sosa, JJ, Bex, CFC Time, Undertaker CFC, Andre. I bet Andre's in here somewhere. I haven't seen his comment. Oh, he's there. He's there. Concierge of Crime is definitely one of the guys, always here on time. Noah's another one. Ollie Joe. All of you guys, man. Big up all of you. I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope Chelsea made you happy as well. We needed that win. We are under pressure. We are currently in a top 4 battle, even though Arsenal drew their games and Spurs have still got 3 or 4 games in hand. We had to win that game, and it was important that Chelsea got the job done, and they did. They got the job done. They got the job done in style. In style as well. So we're going to go into all that match stats. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions. We'll do a bit of player ratings this time. I know the last time around we didn't get to do it. We were so heated, and but this time we will be going through player ratings, talking about individual players. Certain players need to be spoken about. And for once, maybe not as much as a negative. There's still maybe some negatives for certain individuals, but more positives in what we saw based on this game. But before we move forward, let's check what people are saying in the chat. Tottenham got battered everywhere they go. They do, literally. Big ups, Jim. Another reason why London is blue and Spursy are a banter club. And on that note, Concierge, yeah, you're right. Because when I look at... Where is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? I need to make sure I get the right one. When it comes to derbies, when it comes to Chelsea playing derbies, right? Chelsea FC, again, breaking records, as we do, are the first Premier League side to win 500 points in a London derby. So not only did we beat Spurs 4 times, not only did we beat them, was it 8-0 on aggregate, I think, in total, but we were the first Premier League team to win a London, first Premier League team to win 500 points in a London derby. So you think about it, I think all the Arsenal and Tottenham games and all the other derbies in London that could potentially have gone on, Chelsea are the first team to reach the 500-point milestone. And again, that just shows our dominance as a football club. That just shows how much we've dominated, or have dominated in a long period now. You can class it as a long period. Big win. Big points. We love to see these. And that's why I said I'm going to make this win a little bit more sweet for you guys today. Because that's a record in its own. Great. Love to see it. Big up to that. Yeah. And on top of that, not only have we got that record, we've also got this one, which is quite funny, actually, when you think about Spurs and what they, and who they are. 360 minutes of football played. Yeah. 8-0 is the aggregate score. Cheers to that. And do you know what? Thiago Silva's reaction just says it all. What are you saying? What are you saying? We own you. We could literally, and I said this on the football terrace, we could literally go to your ground, yeah, and treat it as our home ground because we run your town. We run it. When we come through or we're on our way through to maybe play someone else, you should be looking after us. You should be accommodating us. You should be treating us like kings. Kings Road, kings of Chelsea, bowling it down North London, down blimmin' Tottenham High Street, 4th Street. Yeah. Every time we come through, make sure that you bow to the kings, Tottenham, because we own yous. We literally own yous. Andre, big up to you. Big up to Sosa. Big up to Undertaker CFC. Marshall says Ziyech was on fire. 3 points is what Sosa D is saying. Big up to Bex in the house. We've got Super Tommy Tuchel, and she's definitely right. Another record for Thomas Tuchel in regards to managers and how I found it, but I need to find it again. I will find it for you guys. Let's find that one as well. 2 seconds. Thomas Tuchel. That's what we got, Thomas Tuchel. Here it is. Of course, it's at the top, man. Of course, it's at the top. Another lovely record for our manager, our coach, a coach that's only been here just over a year. Thomas Tuchel has beaten all these managers since being appointed at Chelsea last January. Are you ready? Antonio Conte 3 times already. Pep 3 times. Diego Simeone 2 times. Ancelotti dealt with. Mourinho dealt with. Zidane dealt with. Jurgen Klopp dealt with. Max Allegri dealt with. Now you try and think, right? Think of this. You try and think of any other managers out there in world football that are top managers that he hasn't beaten yet. Because for me, that is pretty much all of them. Forget the managers that are managing countries because they're different. You got Luis Enrique and whoever else. I get that. But when you think about club football, managers that are the best managers around Europe that are managing the biggest teams, yeah, I don't think there's not many left. And he's done that all since last January. 3 times, Antonio Conte. 3. Pep 3 times. I know Pep's beat us twice now under him. Diego Simeone 2 times. Come on, man. Come on. And people want to say Tuchel out when we are in a bad stint. The minority. We can't never win if we need Tuchel out. You lot are mad. We can't lose this guy. This guy's more important than the players. This guy is more important than the players. I'm telling you, we need to keep him as long as possible. What do you think about the Kane disallowed goal? It's a foul. I said it on the football terrace as well. It's a foul, but we'll get into that in a bit. Top Bins, big up to you, my bro. Who's in the cement today? Oh, don't. That was funny, man. We'll get to that later. Big up to you, my man. This is us. Thank you for beating them. Hiking with Martin, nice to see you. Osasema, nice to see you as well. I know you're not the biggest Ziyech fan, but we have to be honest. He was the most consistent forward last month or so. The last 2 games, yes. Sorry. You know what it was for me? This game was his best game by far. The game before he scored the goal, but I didn't think his performance was there still. But good. We'll talk about him soon. Big up to Nick Blue as well. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Declared's in the house as well. Who else we got here? Matt, Zevio Genius, big up to you, my bro. Big up to CFC Matty K, CFC Time. Big up to Gav Man. Who else we got here before we move forward, man? We got so many people here. Pedro Neves, nice to see you in the house, bro. Nice to see you. Flop. Yeah, Jurgen Flop. Did that hurt you? Are you a Liverpool fan? Joseph Ohanian, big up to you. Bluey MCFC, nice to see you in the house as well. Big up to Couch Critic. My guy is in the house as well. Make sure you go and check his channel out, Couch Critic. Smash the likes and subscribe. Please do so. In terms of updates before we get into this game, merchandise. We are very close to having jumpers, hats, and t-shirts being made. Now, once they're made, I will be putting a link in the descriptions for every time that I go live. You can click that link. That link will take you directly to a site where you can pick your sizes, pick your types. There'll be different colors to choose from as well. We are literally we are literally going to give it a go. We're going to see what you think. I've been having to play around with the logo a bit, so it's not going to be your usual GNA TV logo you can see now. I think it's better. I think we've made it better as well. So make sure that you keep open to that. When it's nearly ready, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know for you guys to check out. And if you want to purchase a jumper, a hat, a t-shirt, please do so. I'm going to definitely buy some of it myself anyway and start wearing it when we're doing streams. But big up everyone. DJ Savjay, big up to you, my guy. Jen, read my previous comment. Nick Blue, Tuchel owns 7 sisters. Is it that one, bro? GNA Army is what Marshall's saying. Big up, man. Big up to you. No, need a hoodie that says, let's have it right. Can you imagine? Let's have it right. That'd be good. That's a good idea, actually. I might actually think of doing that. That's a funny one. That's a funny one, man. But anyway, with enough of breaking records, enough of Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel's records, enough of us beating them 4 times in a row. Chelsea, like I said to you, the first team in London Derby to reach 500 points. 500 points in London Derby. The first team to make that in history. So again, just shows how well we've done. About this game. Well, before we get into this game, obviously, let's just have a quick eye over on the match stats. I know people are not too interested in it, but we have to do it. We have to do it. Obviously, Hakim Ziyech, 47 minutes, gets the goal. What a goal. It was a wonder goal. And if you really want to see my reaction, go on my chat, go on my page or go on the Football Terrace and you'll see my reaction to both of these goals. It was fucking funny. Thiago Silva, 55 minutes. In terms of Chelsea, 64% possession to Tottenham's 35, 15 shots to their 6, 7 shots to their 3, 5 off target to their 2, 86% passing possession to their 78, 10 corners to their 3, 73% tackles we won to their small 50. We smashed them in the aerial duels at 61% to their 38% aerial duels. We committed more fouls than them. We won less fouls than them. And we picked up 2 yellow cards to their 1, which was atrocious. And there's no red cards. But there should have been a red card. Let's have it. There should have been a red card in that game. And again, if you want to see my reaction, I think Terry's clipped it up and put it on there already about the red card. As soon as I saw the replay of that tackle, there was no doubts in my mind that that is a red. You do not get away with nearly... So for me, what is it? And then the bad thing about it, right? They didn't even give him a yellow. The guy walked away with nothing. He literally walked away with not even a yellow card. And they looked at it. What is it that the VAR had to see to make that decision that was a bad tackle? Did he have to break his ankle? Did he have to break it? Was that the only way that we could have seen a red card? Because it was that bad. It was that dirty. He didn't play the ball. The ball was miles away from him. He played the guy's ankle. He literally stood on Malang Sarr's ankle. And I am shocked that he actually got up and walked after that and continued and had a great game, by the way. He was very good. We'll talk about him a bit later as well. They give them no yellow card, right? They give them no yellow card, no red card, nothing. Not even a thing. Not even nothing, yeah? And then the Tottenham fans want to moan, right, about, oh, that was a weak push. That should have been a goal. Well, sod's law, if you look at about the fairness element of it, we should have had a red card. And the letter of the law, which is obviously what I'm assuming VAR and the referee had decided on when they didn't give the goal, basically says that it's a foul. So at the end of the day, for me, personally, it wasn't a goal anyway, even if he'd got a red card. I just think if that's the letter of the law, even though it's minimal contact, and I agree it is minimal contact, it's the letter of the law. It is what it is. It's just being consistent about it. And my biggest problem with referees in the Premier League at the moment is their consistency. Why are they not consistent in their decisions? Why is it that someone can do that tackle in a completely different game, and whoever the ref is at the time, if that's Anthony Taylor, that's a red. He's pulling. He's going to be like, he's not going to be looking at VAR. He's going to be like, yes, let's go, red. And it is a red. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's just inconsistent. Like some referees will give that as a red, and some referees maybe give a yellow, and on others, like we saw recently, won't give anything. Literally, they didn't give anything, and that really annoyed me. However, the game itself, how we approached the game, how we even played the game, we dominated. We dominated the game, and for me, it wasn't any different to how we played them at Stamford Bridge prior. It was the same sort of, set up, the same sort of reaction, and the way that we managed the game. Again, we had them. They still didn't know when to go, how to press, how to win the ball back as a collective group. What we did, which was very good yesterday, and I hadn't seen this kind of performance in a while, is we kept the ball well. But we didn't play the 4-2-2-2. The 4-2-2-2 formation wasn't how we set up in this game. We set up with the 4-3-3, and the 4-3-3 benefited certain individuals and individuals that we're going to talk about. I saw better performances in the 4-3-3 than I have in the 4-2-2-2. Now, the only thing that I do think we need to have moving forward is that consistency part of it for certain players. And I think we can all agree with that. We need consistency. But for me, the overall game was good. I was never really worried. All right, they had that moment where Harry Kane nearly scored this, that, and the other. But in terms of defensively, between Antonio Rudiger and Thiago Silva, they were solid. You go to Malang Sarr, who I keep saying I think is our best left back at the moment. Again, absolutely great performance. Aspie, he's just Aspie, isn't he? Aspie is just Aspie. Big up to Nippon. Arn says, I think the reason for this is because the way this injury happened doesn't happen a lot. But yeah, in essence, because of this, it should have at least been a yellow. I think it should have been a red personally, but it is what it is. Listen, there's over 43 likes. We've got 63 people in here. Let's smash that likes, guys. Let's try and grow them likes, please. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on our road to 4.1k. Rebecca's saying, the inconsistency of the refs in this league is abysmal. And that is the biggest thing that gets me, Bex. It really pisses me off. Mate, in the City game on Saturday, Southampton should have had 2 reds and we should have had a pen. And then I seen the shit calls in the Liverpool game. The league is so corrupt, man. I watched that Liverpool game before the Chelsea Tottenham game. And for me, that penalty that Jota got in the box was never a penalty. I mean, again, if you look at the minimal contact rule, based on the rule, it's a penalty. But it shouldn't have been. And it is a bit of an issue. When you compare that to a tackle that Doherty done yesterday, which nearly broke Malang Sarr's ankle, and he walks away with nothing. It's unbelievable. Tuchel finally using the 4-3-3 he trusts. Do we think he trusts? We'll have to see. Beth saying, can't stop thinking about the Ziyech goal. Big up to Beth, man. I've seen you in a long time. Hope you're well. Yeah, big up to you, Beth, man. Big up to you. 4-1-4-1. Was it? It looked like a 4-3-3 to me. 4-1-4-1 was used first half. Did you not notice? No, I didn't. Lot you just saying 4-1-4-1. Big facts, Jen. 4-3-3 brought out some good performances. It was, man. It did. I didn't think it was a 4-1-4-1. It was. I mean, yeah, you could argue that it's very similar in the way that they're set up and they move with the ball, even without the ball. Yeah, I hear that. Rodrigo, big up to you, my man. Nice to see you. Big Ron, nice to see you in the house as well. Cement mixers. Oh, don't. I think he's coming in, Johnny. I think Johnny might be coming in a bit later as well. We'll see what happens. We must not get carried away, though. It's only Tottenham. I agree. It is only Tottenham. So I said, if we could play Tottenham every blimmin' game for 38 games, we'd win the league. We'd literally win the league. Should we be concerned, Jim, that Havertz is not starting games for a while now? Shall we read anything into this? I'm a little bit annoyed. The only thing I would say that still annoys me a little bit is the Havertz saga, because I do think he should be playing games. And when you look at performances of certain individual, I'm not going to talk about him now because we're going to talk about it in a bit. When you look at a performance of a certain individual, again, who's played a full 90 minutes, does he deserve to be in the team right now? Does he deserve to be leading the line? Is he doing enough? Okay, if he's not scoring goals, think of it like this, right? If he's not scoring goals, how is he influencing the game? What is his impact? What is he doing that's giving him that deserved reason to be on the pitch right now? Because again, I watched him yesterday, and I had arguments with Daniel and Prime, who are big up to them both on the terrace about it. But we were created for him yesterday, so we can't say we didn't create for him. But then I'm being told that to get the best out of him, we've got to play to the way he wants to play, which I feel like Tuchel's done, which is adapt your game, adapting the game to him. I just feel like he isn't giving us enough. Why is it that we have to do more for him, or he have to? Why can he not do more for us? Why are we making these excuses for him? I just don't get. I mean, we're going to get into him a bit later, but in terms of Havertz, I think Havertz is going to be angry. I think he's going to be fired up. I think when he gets given the opportunity to play, I think we might see Havertz turn up and play. I hope so, because I do like Havertz. I think Havertz is a top player. I really do. Tuchel called it 4-1-4-1, but it's basically a 4-3-3. Yeah. Hashtag free Havertz is what Bex is saying. Thanks for beating those Muppets in the Seven Sisters, and you saved us from jail. Big up to you, my man. I think you're Arsenal, weren't you now? What happens is it's being finished, guys? I mean, Matt, relax. Yeah. Don't do this. I hate when we do this. Someone has one good game and then we get all excited. It was a very good game for Hakim Ziyech. Now I want to see consistency. I want to see him be able to be. What I saw of Ziyech in Tottenham is what I thought we bought. When we bought him to this football club, I thought that was the player we was getting. When you compare his good games to his bad games, he's still like this. So this is bad and this is good. So, let's just take a breather. Let's just take a breather. You can see Tuchel wants to start Lukaku, Ziyech, Mount more. He did. And maybe he's going for the chemistry thing. Maybe the part of the reason why he's playing Mount and Ziyech, I'm not going to lie, when I saw the lineup, I was like, what are you doing again? Why do you keep doing this? Why are you not playing Havertz? Even Werner's not getting in the team right now. It's mad. It's mad. And to be fair, maybe he's looking for chemistry. Maybe he's thinking, right, I need to just play the same two players behind Lukaku or Lukaku, and hopefully Lukaku will wake up, and the forwards will fire. And yesterday, the forwards done their job. They done their job. Been saying Ziyech's being our only kind of informed attacker this year. No, he's not. He's had one good game here and there. Yeah, I'll give you that. Patches. I'd say patches. This is what I'm saying. I can't jump to the level of, oh, yeah, he was our best. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not ready for that. I don't want to hear this. We don't create enough for Lukaku. I was being told that yesterday on the terrace. That Thiago Silva, for me, is Cristiano Ronaldo of defenders. Listen, Thiago Silva is the best defender in the league. I don't care what anyone says. This guy is so important to the way that we play. It's ridiculous. We cannot make the system work for Lukaku. The manager picks the system and the player selected needs to apply themselves to make the system work. So what do you mean, Wira? What are you saying then? He's saying it's not, what are you saying? He's saying that Lukaku doesn't have to impose himself. He doesn't have to have an effect in the game. Where are you going with that one, bro? Ziyech has hit the right levels, but has to do it against better opponents more often too. I agree. Havertz and Werner have one league goal each. I don't care the whine about how they aren't playing. They do only have one goal each, but when you think about being given the opportunity and the chances to play, I'd say that Hakim Ziyech has been a lot more favoured, even when he's been shit, to play games at the moment. Fair enough. Ziyech cannot be coming alive only in home games consistently, like you said, Jim. Maybe 3-4-2-1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have no problem. He was great yesterday, He was great. Jim, in your eyes, what does Kepa have to do to let Mendy in to take his place? Kepa will never take Mendy's place. I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, I don't think there's anything he can really do because I think Mendy's just a better goalie. You know, Kepa's been better. He's done very well since coming in. Well done to him. Big up to him. But I think he is good as a backup. That's what I see of him. At the end of the day, we got put in this position to go and buy Mendy because he was so bad. People forget this. He was so bad as a goalie. So if he is so bad as a goalie, if he was that good, we wouldn't have had to gone out in the market to find a goalie to come in. And that's what we've had to do. So he's kind of dug this for himself, you know? He's kind of done this to himself. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into it. No, don't block anyone. So don't block anyone. Don't block anyone. Big up to Josh as well. Big up to Josh. Everyone can have their thoughts and opinions on players, guys. This is a community where we can have our own opinions. Please do not block each other. Tuchel keeps proving that he is the master tactician. Listen, Tuchel is the reason that we, potentially get performances out of certain individuals for me. Kepa is on great form. He can't really fight for the first spot. Yeah. Big up, bro. Big up. All right, let's get into it. Over 91 of you here. Let's get that to 100 likes, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. 26 minutes in. Let's get into that all-important player ratings. You know what you need to do. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Starting with Kepa in goal. And how good has Kepa been since he's been asked to come in? Well, in the Premier League, he's had... In the Premier League... How many games has he played in the Premier League? EFL, UEFA? That didn't tell me nothing. Oh, he's played 4 games in the Premier League. He's played 4 games in the Premier League. All 4 starts as well. And so far, you look at what he's done in the game yesterday again. He made a very good save. He had one moment where he had to get down well, and he did. And it was from the Harry Kane header. I think it was a bit straight at him, but again, he still had to make the save. I have no problems with Kepa when it's like them short shots, like when you're in the box and you're really close to him and you header it quick. He's got good reflexes. Like, he gets down quick. What worries me about Kepa still is people taking shots from outside the box. People being confident to take shots against him. And for me, yesterday he was good. What can I say? Kepa is Kepa. He didn't have much to do again. I think a 7's a fair shout. Big up to Daniel in the house. Well, my brother is here. 8. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7, man. I think seven's a fair shout. I think 7's a fair shout, actually. 2 seconds. Let me send it. 7's a fair shout. Like I said, he didn't have much to do. Again, there's not much to really say about Kepa. Watching y'all from the air, life's good. Big up. Big up, Mo. Nice to see that you're in the air watching. Look at that. Fucking, it doesn't matter where they are in the world. People are all tuning in. My guy Mo is in the air right now. If he's in the air, I'm assuming he's on a plane going on to somewhere else. Big up to you, my man. Nice to see you tuned in while you're in the air. 7.5, 7. Yeah, let's just move on. 7s, 7.5s, 8s. Cool. Let's go on to Dave. Let's talk about Dave. Dave, that fella that goes down the pub, has a pint, gets some peanuts. Dave. My mate Dave. No, I'm joking. Spanish Dave. Yeah, look. Decent game. I still think he's past it, though. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think he's the Dave that he was before, but you can appreciate, we can understand that he's getting older. He's getting older, and it is what it is. And for me, he done a job yesterday. I'd give him a 6. I wouldn't say he was the best defender. I do think that his crossing is still an issue. We get into good positions where he gets up the pitch and his crosses were just way overplayed or not, doesn't clear the first man, or, it can just be, that is the only thing with me with Dave. He just can't cross properly. He has moments where he puts an amazing cross in, and in other games, it's just absolutely shocking. And it will just go straight over everyone and out for a fucking throw-in, I'm saying. Like, that is Dave. That is literally Dave. 6 for me. Everyone's saying 6, 6, 7, 6. Aspie poor on the ball, but solid defence. Yeah, sums him up at the moment. 6.5, 6, 7, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Yeah, I think 6 is a good. Let's move. Oh, Thiago Silva. Oh, Thiago Silva. Oh, Thiago Silva. Listen, I've got energy today and he deserves that energy. I'm telling you. This guy is the best defender in the Premier League. I don't care what anyone says. Come with your shit. Listen, you want to come with your Virgil van Dijks and your Diaz's and whoever the fuck else you want to come with. Literally, go and talk to the wall. Don't talk to me about it. Go and talk to the wall. The wall will give you your answer. Thiago Silva is the best defender in the league for me. And his goal is just Thiago Silva-esque. Got caught in between 2 or 3 Tottenham defenders, still beat them all in the air, flicked it on, top corner, Lloris, no chance. Ends the game in style. And that is why he will always get, for me, a 9. 9 for Thiago Silva, even a 9.5. I don't care. This guy is a phenomenal. I will literally carry this the Thiago Silva hive. Anyone wants to join the Thiago Silva hive? Come on, the El Monstro hive. Bex is the part owner of it as well, in the chat as well. So if anyone's interested in joining the Thiago Silva hive, you are all welcome to do so. The password to join is El Monstro. Just let us know. If you're a part of the El Monstro, we move. Spurs are useless. They are 9, 10, 9. Look, listen, I'm going 9, 9.5. I don't care. Don't even give me that. Don't even try it. He bullied Spurs. 9, 9, 9.5, 9, 8.5, 10, 11. That was not a foul. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rams, just please take off your stupid biased hat for 2 seconds. What Thiago Silva did there is used all of his 37 years of experience to get a free kick, because Harry Kane, if he didn't put his hand on him, probably would have scored. But he did push him and it was slowed down. And you see that hand hit his back while they're both running full pelt and push him. Yeah, Thiago Silva felt that nudge, takes a drop. The rule book says no goal, no, and a foul. It is what it is, all right? Just suck on it, yeah? And you can't say shit, because Jota had the same problem, same thing in the game a couple hours before when you got your penalty. That was minimal contact. In fact, the goalie was sliding towards him. He didn't even actually touch him. He was doing that as he hit him. And you still got a penalty. And that was minimal contact. So stop giving me bullshit. 7.5, 8.5, 10, 9.5. Thiago Silva is a 9. He is a 9, man. He is unreal. 9, 9, 9. He's 37, man. That's what makes it even more funnier. JFH hit the nail on the head when he said Lukaku needs fitness and more movement. Oh, he did. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank smashed it, man. He smashed it. And he was right. It's exactly what I say. Join the hive, my man. We've got Sosa that's joined the hive. Bex is taking you in right now. She's welcoming you in. Thiago Silva cement. Hey, I'm going to make a I'm going to make a Thiago Silva cement bag. And I'm going to throw people like Van Dijk in it. I'm going to throw Ram in it. I'm going to throw so many people in that cement. The El Monstro cement. It's coming. I'm going to make one. I'm going to make one online on social media. Watch. 9. Josh's El Monstro. He's in as well. 9.5. Ram, he wears the number 20. He leads us to victory when he... Oh, I ain't even reading that. And Gemma said it weren't a pen. Well, it is. The rule book says it is, all right? It is what I'm saying. 7.5. Nah, man. What are you talking about, mate? Okay, he's a 9. Nipper, thank you for the donation, man. He says, oh, Thiago Silva. El Monstro, big up. Anyway, let's move. I have too much fun with Thiago Silva. That's why I sit on him too long. I love it. Antonio Rudiger, Nick Blue's favourite player. What a performance by him. Him and Thiago Silva are building up a very good duo. A duo that looks quite comfortable in the back four. I must lie. I was one of these people that said, I'm not sure on Rudiger in the back four. I did say it. I can come out and admit it. He is slowly starting to show me that he can play in this back four. I still need to see more games of it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's the complete, it works. We've been drawing games prior to this with a back four, and for me, more of what we saw against Tottenham, please. Then, and more consistency in that, then yeah, fine. But he was good again, wasn't he? He was shithousering. He was winding them up. He was pushing them. He was getting in their faces. He was just Rudiger, innit? Do you know what I mean? He was running forward on them mad Antonio Rudiger runs. Like, the guy is just funny, man. The guy is just funny. I'll give Rudiger an 8. I think he was good. I agree. 8, 8.5, 9, 8. That run from him was insane. It was. Can't play fullback. What are you even talking about? 8, 8. Rudiger, 8. Love crazy runs he made down the right in the first half. Listen, Rudiger is he's just funny, man. He's just in the form of his life at the moment, and you can see it. You can see in the way that he's playing. You know, he's always confident as well. 7.5. 7.5 for Aspie was good and did his job, but nothing worldy. 8.5. Anyway, Kai, what you saying, my man?
Hey, Jim. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Life is good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm buzzing today. I've got a lot of energy. I've been to the gym. I've got back. I'm now streaming. I'm
I just
like,
finished. I just
yeah,
finished
yeah,
training,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
That's why.
I've got
Yeah.
got a bit of a buzz. Obviously, we beat Tottenham. Feels good
Yeah.
to actually win and have a clean sheet and play the way that we did. Just going through some of these player reigns at the moment. We're on Antonio Rudiger at the moment. I mean, again, another strong performance by him.
Yeah. Love Rodrigo, man. I like the guy a lot. I almost like him as much as I like Thiago Silva. Did you get to Thiago Silva yet?
I've been to him already, mate. I've
Oh
already
man, I
picked him
missed
up.
it. I missed it.
This guy got. I've said I've created the Thiago Silva Hive, and the password is El Monstro. So if anyone wants to join the Hive, anyone can come in. But listen, he was. I gave him a 9.5. Okay, I thought he was that good. Like
Yeah,
that
he
good.
is. He is. Yeah, he's very good, man. Thiago is a lifesaver, bro. I remember when we signed him, all the Premier League teams included the United boys. They were like, oh, these guys are acting like they got Varane. Well, they got Varane. What are they doing now, Jim?
Listen, Varane is fucking. I don't even get how people compare Thiago Silva to Varane anyway. It's just
Yeah, Thiago
ridiculous.
Thiago Silva is generational, but the thing with Thiago is he haven't played in the Premier League earlier, so people don't respect him as much. But me and Monster, both of us, like we watch our Italian football. We like our Italian
Yeah.
football. We watch some French league, so I know why me and Monster were excited to see this guy come to the Premier League, because unlike many players, he doesn't rely on his pace to be a good
Mm.
defender. He's very good with his tackling, anticipation. He read the games very well. He's a very intelligent guy as well, man.
He's intelligent. He reads the game. People go, "Oh, we'll get beat for pace." If you notice, he uses his pace. Like, he positions himself so well that he only sprints when he knows he needs to sprint. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, he just
yeah,
does
yeah.
everything
It's
so
intelligence, man.
perfect. Like, he manages his body so well in the way that he plays the game. Like, he's just for me, he's the most important defender. For me, he's the best defender in the league. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I keep saying it. Liverpool fans, Man United fans, argue with a fucking wall. I don't care. Literally, like, there's no one better than Thiago Silva for me at the moment. He's that good.
But who's
That's,
better? Who's better? Who's better? Cripple Van Dyke? No, man. Come on,
well,
bro.
apparently he's Van Dijk's better, but that's the Liverpool
Nah, nah,
fans, and
nah.
it always they hold on to that one little bit of clutch that they think that they've got and left.
Bro,
Oh, Van Dijk.
you know me, Jim. I can't take a club seriously when it won as many Premier League as Leicester, bro. I can't.
Literally that. Malang Sarr though, Kai, he's really impressed me in that left back area. I mean, what do you feel when you watch him today?
I love the guy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't give him the respect, The way he came in, a lot of people didn't have an expectation of him. People were like, "Oh, why is he here? We should have sold him. Oh,
Yeah.
he's basically this, he's basically that." And the guy is talented, man. If he came from La Cobham, man, this guy would be rated massively, bro. The guy he's so good, man, and he's so flexible. The way yesterday he carried that left back position. I'm impressed with him, man. I'm not gonna be it to uh, well, stick to Forest, my guy. Okay, bro. At least we're a Premier League club, man. You're basically a first division club who won one Premier League, bro. All I'm going to say, man.
Yeah, he was good. For me, he's getting better and better, and I keep saying he's our best left back at the moment. He's better than he's better than
Yeah,
Alonso. I'm sorry, you can't, like, he has pace, he's good with the ball, his reading of the game's getting better, and it might be because he's playing again next to Rudiger and Silva, which is obviously helping, don't get me wrong, but he's growing on me. He's growing, and if he continues with it and he keeps, the thing is, he's not even having like one good game, one bad game. At the moment, he's having a good game, then a good game, then a good game, and he's just
bro.
getting like, do you know what I mean? He's consistent now.
What's the biggest compliment I can say about him, man? He is the reason we can actually play back four, man. And that's a huge compliment, man.
Mm.
If you know how much I wanted us to play back four.
Yeah, he's part of it, 100%. I agree. It gives us an option that I didn't think about, and it got again big up to Thomas Tuchel, man. Our tactician, our manager, mate. I'm telling you, he just manages to find ways to get players to play at a certain level, and it doesn't matter what position they're playing. And Malang Sarr's a definite one of them. Beth says Sarr has been very good recently. He has been. He was actually good. I'd give him an 8. It's Rams is saying 6.5. Sosa's still saying stop it. I know Sosa don't like him. Stop it. Oh my God, let's not do this because of Tuchel, bro. He's performing because of Tuchel. Is what Sosa said. But he's still doing what he needs to do on the pitch, Sosa. Like, you can't not the guy for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, I don't give a fuck if he's performing because he had a cappuccino for the game, bro. If he's performing his performance, I don't give a fuck about the reason, man. Helped us pick up 3 points, you know what I mean? So I don't understand people pitching, man. Even when we win, this fan base complains about everything, man.
I know
can never please them, man.
It's Dan, boy. What you saying, my man?
Wagwan.
Wagwan, man. Wagwan.
How you doing?
Dan, how you doing, Dan?
I'm good, man. How you doing? It's Monday money. Let's get some money, yeah?
Yeah. Monday's good, man. Monday's good.
Tell me about Malang Sarr's performance. Is he impressing you as much as he's impressed me in his performances?
Yeah, I've liked Sarr. I've liked Sarr a lot. I think it was Oscar who said he was my kind of player as a disrespect, but I'm never wrong. You know what I mean? When I said play, when I like a player and I'm starting to like his style, it doesn't go wrong, man. He's a very hardworking kid. He lacks a little bit in terms of positional awareness, but he's
He's
very
improving in
rugged.
that, right? Do you not feel
He's
like he's
very
improving?
Yeah, I mean that improves with age anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's becoming a very useful player for us. But and I think he can play a very important part for us to the end of the year. You know what I mean? If we're gonna stick to this 4 at the back or something similar,
Yeah.
he can play a big role. Playing that left back role. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I hear you.
happy for him. 7, I'd
Yeah.
say.
He is, but and I keep saying he's our best left back in this back 4. He's the one that starts, not fucking Alonso as well. But Rodrigo Rogers with the donation, this is only positive from all the injuries in defence is that it's forced Tuchel to play a back 4. No excuse for R9. He had service, still played badly. We ain't got to R9 yet, but we definitely delve into him in a bit. But Rodrigo, again, thank you, brother, for the donation as always. Let's try and move through this quicker then.
Yeah.
So let's get into the midfield because who was it in the midfield? Jorginho and Kovacic, wasn't it? If I'm right in saying, yeah.
Can't even remember, bro. I barely watched that game.
I can't remember. I know Kovacic played because
I know
he had a
Kovacic
very good
played. I
game.
think
It was a 3-man midfield.
Kante came in, and I think Mount also played
Or
there.
a 4-1-4-1, I heard.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a 4-3-3, but it did switch into a 4-1-4-1. I know a lot of people said that in the chat as well. Jorginho, I'll be honest with you guys. I thought he had an okay game. I don't think he was amazing. I don't think he stood out. I'd say
6.5 for me.
Yeah, 6 is fine for me. I'm pretty straightforward. What about you, Dan?
I think it was better second half. First half, he was a stripper. Like,
he got caught, didn't he, a couple of times out of position? They done it.
Yeah, too many times, man. But it is what it is. A 6.
6, yeah, I agree as well. I don't want to sit here and dig out Jorginho too much, to be honest. Kovacic, Kai, as it's your guy.
I think he had a good game. I think he was good for me. Nothing too over the top, but it's solid for Kovacic performance for me. 7.5.
Dan?
I have to disagree on this one. I thought he was profligate with the ball in this game when he usually isn't. Yeah, his passing was off today. His passing was really, I mean, not today, yesterday. His passing was really off. But the other side of the games, his driving forward, his tackling, and all that was good. So 6.5.
Yeah, I think Kovacic had
6.56. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Kovacic was better than Jorginho personally. I thought, like you said, I think.
Jorginho, he wasn't getting spun.
Well, Jorginho got so many times, and they broke the lines, and this is why we cry for an actual DM that was a bit more versatile, that has the recovery speed as well when he's out of position to be able to maybe track back and challenge him. But for me, Kovacic was a 7 for me. I thought he had quite a decent game personally. I think he's that important at the moment. For me, Kovacic is, if Kovacic ain't in the team, I don't think we tick as well at the moment. So he has to play. He has to play more.
I think Tuchel sees it as well, man. Because if you notice, he actually plays him more than he plays Jorginho lately. And apparently, Jorginho is the one the system is built around. But yeah, we move.
We move. Let's move on to Mason Mount.
Yeah, Mount.
Kai, Mason Mount.
Money.
Better performance.
Hey, for me, man, I like him in the midfield. I think he's a lot more efficient than he is at the attack. I think his passing was good, pressing is good, kept the ball well. I like the combination of him and Kovacic together. I'll give him a 7.5.
And your boy, how did he perform yesterday? Think better or?
I think he was great. I think if not for Kaka, he would have had like two or three assists in that game. He ran the most, he ran the most helping Ziyech because it was a tactical thing. He had to make all those runs so Ziyech can cut inside, but it also helped him because he got clear, cut the ball into our 100 million striker who did what he's been doing lately. Um, but apart from that, he was solid. Every time he plays in midfield, which is only twice now, he has a over a 90% passing range. He passes the ball a lot better when he's in midfield, where he doesn't have three or four players trying to get the ball off him with his back to goal. So yeah, he was for me he was really good. I'll give him an 8.
I thought Mason Mount had a good game. I think I moan about his form and getting involved in the game. I thought his link play with Ziyech was very good. I thought he had a very, yeah, it was good. It's what we want to see. And maybe that comes with a bit of chemistry. But do you know what? Look at this. Johnny's basically it's Mason Mount
His
cementing
mud,
Guardiola.
his
Can't they?
mud and God, that's hilarious.
Oh my God, man, Johnny has a lot of time on his hand, man. Jesus
No,
Christ.
people were making. We was in a space yesterday. People were making them for us. Look, it's another one. Look. Oh, shit. I'm
Is that
fucking
Kai?
laughing.
That's funny.
That's Kai holding the line for him while he's
But
cementing
one thing
Klopp
about
and
I'll say this though. One thing about Mason though,
Wait, who's that
you
in the
know,
background? Oh my
I
that's
think I
God,
Kai.
think
man.
I think somebody I don't know who needs to have a conversation with my boy. He needs a haircut, man, because I don't know what's going on with that. Like
With all
Yeah.
smells
He
of
doesn't.
the
He,
that
he
fucking.
doesn't. He
that
doesn't have
like
the
that like
hairline to pull it off as well, man.
that
Yeah.
messy. This it looks like if he grows it out 2 more months, it's gonna look like Messi when he was 17, like a hobbit.
You know what he looks
He
like? He
needs
looks
to
like
cut
Jim.
that.
He looks like Jim Carrey, bro. You know.
He needs to cut that shit, man.
Yeah, I was thinking,
Bro,
what the hell? He's got curtains and everything, isn't he? Yesterday, I see him coming
Nah, you
down.
gotta he gotta
You
cut.
got Lukaku being cemented. You got Edison being cemented. What is going on here, man? You got to laugh. I thought it was funny, man. It
Oh wait,
really
hold on.
got
Is
me.
that Mendy?
No, that weren't Mendy. That was Lukaku on the floor.
I was
That was
Lukaku.
Lukaku on
Okay,
the
cool,
floor.
cool.
It was Lukaku getting cemented. Oh mate, it was funny, man. That was funny. Anyway, I thought he had a good, decent game. I'll give him probably an 8. Actually, I thought he had a good game, Mason Mount. Hakim Ziyech, Kai. Yeah,
uh,
I'll be honest. I've been quite heavy on him, saying he needs to go
bro.
first and
No,
stuff. I mean,
I would give him. I would give him a 9. For me,
yeah,
yesterday he was ideal, man. Even Tuchel admitted that now he plays actually in a more familiar position to him. We're actually seeing the best of him. He had like one pass where he passed it to Lukaku from the middle of the pitch. That pass, man. The level of like the touch on it, the technique. The thing with if he could be consistent, I think we have one hell of a player in our hands. You know what I mean? He's a really good player, man. At least yesterday he
yeah,
was.
yeah. He was. He was.
So
He
nine
surprised me.
nine
I mean,
from
Dan, is this the player that we thought we signed last season?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, again, when the emphasis is on possession and he's playing those central roles where you have 3 4 players around him, he's never going to be good because he's just not that kind of player. He's not a player that can beat 4 or 5 players or beat 2 or 3 players or like good with his back to go. When he has the freedom, right, and you create space for him off that right side where he has to beat one guy, cut inside, either get a nice cross off or decide what passing he has to do. He looks a lot better. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I've said this about a lot of our players. Like again, just like in the last game, his passing percentage wasn't great. It was like
Mm,
78%. He lost the ball, I think, like 3 times more than anybody else. But you allow for that because you put him in a role where he's not critical to where his flaws are outlined and he can use his strengths, which is just crossing and passing. Where you
mm,
don't have like he doesn't have to keep the ball 90 95% of the time, right? It's okay. We can make up for it, right?
yeah.
So for me, I think he's and then you add the wonder goal for me, it's 8.59 right there. You know what I mean? Like when you score a goal like that,
Yeah.
that automatically puts you high up there. But his other work was really good. I think he does need to improve with his ball retention, but that's gonna come with time. I think, like I said, we just need to keep playing the same system with the same player so they get chemistry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Ziyech with chemistry, we know he can play really well. and mount the rest of them. Lukaku, I think we'll just get to him.
We'll get to him in a minute, don't worry. He's the next one. Artem with the with the donation says, big up to Artem. Great going forward, amazing defensive work rate. And I agree. When you look at his stats, I think Sky Sports, when I watched yesterday, brought out his stats. He was first in pretty much everything. Tackles,
He won man of the
dribbles.
match.
Yeah. Like for me, he deserves the man of the match. I criticize him a lot. I actually said that I think he's one of the first players that needs to go out the door.
Jim,
but
what the hell, bro? One of your guys in the chat doesn't know how to do math, bro. He gave him a 10.5, man. What? How does that work, man?
Well, it's over 200 people here anyway, guys. 215. Smash the like button. If you're new, please subscribe as well. Go and check out Kai as well. KH No Filter as well. Go and check them out. He's back on streaming.
Haven't
recently.
streamed in ages, bro. I haven't streamed in ages, man. I've been busy
Didn't
with
you stream
paperwork.
the other day?
It wasn't me. It was Marshall, man.
Oh,
I've
right,
been busy,
okay.
man. I'm trying to buy some properties and stuff.
Yeah,
man,
guys,
so-
follow me too on my YouTube, man. It's I'm just kidding. I don't have no YouTube.
Go and follow Dan on his name.
What
What's
is
his
your
name,
YouTube?
literally?
Dan
I don't have
does
no
porn.
YouTube, man.
Dan does porn. Is that your YouTube, bro?
Porn.
Or Dan Hub?
Porn.
Listen, I thought Hakim Ziyech had a very good game. I'm the first to criticise him when he's not, so I can only say that he was man of the match. And I gave Thiago Silva a 9.5. I can only give him the same for me personally. So I would say he was with the man of the match.
No. I don't think that was we've seen a 9.5 game from Ziyech. That wasn't a 9.5. But that was a
9. That was a
8.5.
Why
You're
is-
saying that's the
why-
best? That's the best game you've ever seen from him? Because
I think
that's what we're saying. A
up
9
there with
is.
one of his best games. Yeah, I when you think about when
Nah.
Ziyech has had good games, Dan, it's always been in patches. Like it's like he have one really good game like now, and then he'll have an average game, and then he'll be shit, and then you have one really good game. The last game that I can think of when he was really good, I think I probably have to go back to last season.
So this is based
He's
on
got-
your expectation of him, right? Not what you've seen lately, not what he can really get to. But you can't compare this to the game we saw against us versus Ajax. You can't compare this to some of the games you saw versus Real Madrid.
Yeah, but that's
you can't
you're talking
compare
about
this
that's
to-
against us, isn't it? You're talking about.
Yeah, I'm
This
saying,
is
but
this is the Ajax.
that's
Ziyech
his
you're talking
level.
about.
That's
No,
what
but
that's what we
but
need
what I'm saying is
from
that's
him
what-
to
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
that's-
9, to be a 10.
That's what I thought we bought. And what I'm saying yesterday is when you look at that performance, that for me is pretty close. It's getting close to what he was doing at Ajax anyway. I
Yeah.
think from what I've seen of him.
Yeah, but
No, I think it is close. I just don't think it's there. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
think-
When you say a 9.5 or a 9, you're basically
I'll say
saying
9.
you're basically
nine.
saying you're there.
Yeah, I
Like
said
you're
9 as
basically
well.
saying that's it.
I get what you're
You know what I
saying. But you can't, Dan. You can't be the first in dribbles, first in tackles, first in work rate, first in and have all them great things that are against your name in a match and not be a 9. Like
Here's the
you
thing,
were
a lot
first
of
in everything.
players had different levels of first, right? Like he was first in this, first in that. Kovacic was first in ball progression, passing to the final third, and everything else. And Mount was first in chance creation, distance run, all these different things. You can be first in certain things and then last in other things. Like I said, he was last in keeping the ball. Like not just
Is it?
last, as in like the next closest person to him, I think, lost the ball 15 times. He was 27 times. So like that, he can do a lot better than that. Like he can get to 15
I know
times
what
he
you're
loses the
saying.
ball and he gets a 9.5.
We've not
Like
seen
it's
that.
close.
I'm just going
We
based on
have,
what
just
we've
not
seen.
at Chelsea. Like I want
that's
to
what I'm
see
saying.
that at Chelsea to give him a 9.5. Like we're
Well,
arguing over,
listen,
you know what I mean?
if
Slight distances, I guess, but yeah.
If Ziyech performs like that on a consistent basis, I don't need him to be at the level that he was at Ajax. If he's doing what he did against Tottenham, I think that's good enough. Personally, in the way that he played the game, personally, that's the way I feel about it. Again, this is going to go back onto opinions and thoughts and how you see the game, right? Everyone views the game differently. Who played better? Who didn't? Who could have done more? But we'll move. Let's move from Hakim Ziyech. What about Callum Hudson-Odoi? Because he's another one who gets a lot of stick recently. I mean, Kai's not his biggest fan. I have been critical of him as well. I mean, Kai, was you impressed with Callum yesterday?
Bro, I'm not gonna do the thing that Chelsea fans do. I'm not gonna do it with Ziyech, and I'm not gonna do it with Odoi. Yeah, they had good games, but I need to see it more on a consistent basis, man.
Yeah, I agree.
If you have one or two good games, and then you come to my DMs and be like, "God, Kai, what do you think about Hudson-Odoi?" Yeah, he passed it 2 yards to Ziyech and he scored a goal. Fantastic. Can he do it more often? Then I'll give him credit. I don't get on the hype stuff. I don't do it with youth. I don't do it with anybody, man. Once they do it on a consistent basis, then we can hype them up. He's a good player, but he needs to be more consistent. And it's not only me that thinks that way. It's Tuchel thinks the exact
I
same
think
thing.
like that. I think like
Yeah,
that.
so I don't understand why people are. It's not that I don't like him. I just want to see him more consistent.
No,
The
no,
same
yeah,
thing
I
with Ziyech,
agree.
man.
Yeah, I agree. It's just what we're doing here is obviously analysing him on a per game basis. So from what you saw of this game, is this more of what you want to see from Hudson-Odoi moving forward to
Yes,
keep his place?
seven. I want what I want is Chelsea to do well. I don't give a fuck who is the consequence of that, man. I don't do those player hypes. Yeah, I have my players that I like, but at the same time, I want to Chelsea to do well. And like the reason that for that to happen, players need to do well. So it doesn't matter to me who is at the back of the shirt if Chelsea does well, and we haven't been doing well. Therefore, I've been kind of bitching about it. But now, if we do well, I'm not gonna bitch about it. If you notice, I even gave Mason Mount a good rating, and I'm not his biggest cheerleader or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah,
man, I'm a fair guy.
I hear that. I hear that. I mean, the one thing I would say about Cho's game yesterday, I thought in the first 10, 15 minutes, I felt like he was very scared to take on Tananga, and it kind of had him. And all of a sudden, I feel like Tuchel must have got a message to him, but he then started just knocking the ball around him and going. And what he was doing there and being direct is what I've been asking him to, I've been stressing that I want him to do since he's fucking gets his opportunity in the team. Because when he's that player, when he plays where he's direct and he's a problem, he becomes an asset and he will hold his position if he can be consistent and play like that. With him, I just think it's a mentality thing. Like I just feel like he will do that one game and the next game he will just fizzle around and be a bit non-existent and not play to his strengths. And like I don't know, Dan, what was your thoughts on him?
I think it was a game of two halves for me, man. I think it was a game of two halves. And what you said about the Tanganga guy was true. He started taking him on after he got a yellow,
Yeah,
because he got more
confident.
confident.
Mm,
Um, but that's something that we need to see from him throughout the entire game, right? I remember moments in that game, but throughout the whole game, I don't think he was great. I think he had a really good moment for that Ziyech goal. Um, and again, when somebody scores a goal of the season, like a worldie, it's not really like your assist. Like, I mean, it's your assist, but is it really? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah.
Ziyech scored one of the goals of the season. He had all to do in scoring that goal, but
Yeah.
I think for those moments, and then he grew into the game second half. He had a really good second half
You know
compared
what
to his
it's like.
first.
You know what it's
So,
like, Jim. It's
Yeah.
like the assist Mount had against Arsenal when he passed it to Reese and Reese took on the whole team and he passed it bottom slot.
Yeah.
It's crucial, but it's
wait.
not
What
really an
assist
assist.
against Arsenal?
If you look at the Reese goal, go to watch the Reese goal.
Reese had to beat one guy. Actually, he
No,
had to
no,
beat nobody.
no.
What are
Go
you
watch it.
talking about?
Go watch it, bro. Go watch it.
I thought Cho had
All right,
a
I'll send
decent.
you the clip.
Yeah, I thought Cho had a decent
Please do,
game.
bro.
I agree with what Dan was saying. Though I think he was a 7 personally. I think he sort of when he was good, he was very good. But again, it's being consistent, isn't it? And playing like that throughout the game, and that's the only thing that I think lets him down sometimes. But we'll see. We'll see. The big talking point, yeah. What is a fucking big talking point, isn't he? Romelu Lukaku, Kai. Again, no goals. Had chances created for him yesterday. What was your thought on his overall performance as well?
Yeah, man. Ever since the interview, his form has been trash. He's not helping himself with the fans. The fans are starting to dislike him more and more every time he doesn't score. He has a lot to carry on his shoulder, but that's Chelsea for you, man. I think he had good moments, like that shot when it was towards the keeper save. It was a good save, but so far I've been really, I've been disappointed with him. I like Lukaku. I am not gonna get onto his back with all the drama that's surrounding him. All I care about is what he does on the pitch, and so far, since his interview, he's been disappointing. But I honestly think he will come out of it and he will start scoring goals again. Because I don't think he's the type of guy like Werner, where he's just gonna hold his head down. Once this guy scores a goal, he keeps going. So I'm optimistic with him still. I'm not gonna just give
Yeah.
up on the player.
No, I hear that. Daniel, Rebecca says that since the interview, Tuchel has deployed 3 different formations: a 3-4-1-2, a 4-2-2-2, and a 4-1-4-1, with the same personnel around him, and Lukaku still hasn't improved. No more excuses. Do you feel where she's coming from, or do you feel a bit more on the optimistic side, like Kai, for example? Are you there? You're muted.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I feel where she's coming from, right? Season start. You could definitely say that because he was playing well while the rest were playing badly, right? And he was trying, he was running hard. His finishing was on point, like finishing one out of every two chances. It was crazy back then. Now, especially last game, if we just go on a game by game basis, last game, right? There's no excuse of he didn't get the ball enough in the box or he didn't have chances. For me, he had three chances, so you at least score one, right? Not saying you have to score, you know, every single chance that comes to you like some of our fans feel, but you had three chances, you have to score one. His hold up play for me was better, right? I don't think his hold up play was really bad. Like people are over exaggerating that part of it. For me, it's his finishing, and that's the
Yes.
one part of his game that
Should
I
be good at.
expected to be at
Yeah.
the top level.
Yeah.
His finishing has been poor recently in the last few games, but in this game, his hold up play was good.
Yeah.
And that was good. I
Yeah, I
think
agree.
like people was just a little over the board with the touch and all that. I think he was
I
decent,
mean,
but again, he was decent because when you look at whenever he got the ball, um, he had like one player on him. And why did he have one player on him? Because there were other players there they had to worry about. You couldn't you couldn't have three or four players on him because Ziyech was there, because Mount was close by, because even Kovacic was there, Hudson-Odoi was there. Those are other players that you have to worry about. So at most he had two players on him. Even that shot that he missed, that he I think should have scored, that Kovacic slid to him, he rolled the player and then hit it with
I
his left
agree.
foot. That usually never happens, right? He's never isolated one on one with the center back that he can even roll that player. So even him doing that is a good look for him, right? He's getting into his rhythm. So he's gonna score goals, if it's not a confidence thing where he just has lost his confidence and doesn't know what he's doing anymore, he should score goals if he keeps getting
Yeah.
getting chances.
Do you know what it is with me with
yeah.
Lukaku? And I stick by it because I've still not seen it. And it's not that I don't think he can't do it, or I'm one of them haters that thinks he's absolutely crap, because we have to back him. He's a Chelsea player. But it's when he's like, yesterday he had chances created for him. Do I think he should have scored one of them, or at least got him on target? Yes. Like, he needs to be doing that. He's been brought in to score goals. That's what his strength is. But when he isn't being creative for, yeah, I sometimes want my striker to just be a nuisance, throw his body around, get involved, make things happen. Be just show us why you're on the pitch. Why is Tuchel picking him to be on the pitch right now? And I'm not seeing that from him. I just feel like he's very limited in
Can
his
I?
his
Can
style. Like, in the
can
way that
I?
he plays, it's like he fizzes out of games again, and I don't need
Yeah.
that from a striker that you spent 100 million on.
Mhm.
Kai, like, do you get that? That frustrates me.
Yeah, I get the frustration. I do. But I think a lot of our fans, they're just like kind of have a microscope on him every time he fucks up, every time he had a bad touch, every time he loses the ball. I think it doesn't help, man. I think the way that we assume that Lukaku, everything that has to be every touch he has to play is going to be a goal. I think that's expecting too much of him. If you remember, like those same chances before the interview when his morale was high, he was scoring for fun. And if you want to look at like a similar situation when a striker's morale is low, it's kind of affect how they play. You can look at Harry Kane. Ever since the Spur transfer thing happened with the interview and whatever, and the fans don't support him as much. For me, it's like a similar instant with that and that. You
I
know
just,
what?
yeah,
For me, I want to do good because he's a Chelsea player.
yeah,
I
of
wanted
course
to
we
But
do
all
good
do.
Kai,
Yeah,
because we needed to score a goal. Yeah, go ahead, Nader.
yeah, that's how we are with all our players, though.
yeah, facts. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
we're,
Now
we're
yeah,
with
Daniel,
Werner,
you are, but not all are like that, bro.
no,
now
no,
with
no. That's
Werner,
how. No, no, not you. Don't say you are. That's how you are as well. It's how we are with all our players, the young ones, the ones that were bought, whoever they are.
Yeah,
We are harsh on them and expect them to be perfect
but you
in
don't think
everything that they do.
Lukaku is
So
a little bit over, like kind of analyze of every little thing more than anybody else because since the interview, you don't think that the criticism towards him kind of increased since then, and it's his
yeah,
own
from a
fault,
But
right?
he's
I'm
brought
certain
that on
I'm not
from a
himself,
I'm not
isn't he?
saying
certain
it's not his own
Yeah, yeah,
fault.
he's brought that
He
on
did brought
himself.
him
Yeah, yeah.
because I have to do a disclaimer every time I talk about Lukaku. I know that he brought it on himself, but at the same time, it doesn't help the situation, if you know what I mean. Because at the end of the day, we all can want him out at the end of the season, but there's still a lot to play for from our side, for our benefit. We're still gonna
Yeah, I
gain
agree.
from him scoring
Kai, do you
goals.
know?
Therefore, I don't push on him too much. I do
Indiana.
know that he's struggling, but I'm not going to go over my way and just like auto
It's
analyze
not
every
over.
little
But
mistake
no.
he
But
makes.
what we should be doing is, and for me, he's not informed. Do I think he should be in the team? Not really.
Mhm.
Not at the moment. I think he's been given too many opportunities, 90 minutes to get involved. I get why Tuchel's playing him back to back, because you can't buy £100 million striker to not, get the best out of him. Indiana, what are you saying?
I think Kai's got a point when it comes to strikers. That it's all on confidence. But do you not think it's more down to the expectations of your fan base after winning the Champions League and thinking that's the hardest competition to win, and then slipping away from the top slot in the Premier League? The true test of how good your team is, by the way, as I keep telling Chelsea fans, they don't want to hear it, but whatever. And also you have to factor in, this isn't the first time we've seen this from Lukaku. This is Lukaku. This is what he does. He goes for a patch of really good form, a patch of really bad form where the ball's bouncing off him all over the place. And I don't think the balance around him is that good. I like the idea Ziyech is on the field. If I was Tuchel, I'd be asking Lukaku to sprint against that back post a little bit more. Just make those runs a little bit more. Get Ziyech on the ball a bit more. Maybe get Havertz involved if you can. When Lukaku's not on form in terms of striking, maybe get Lukaku involved more in the build-up play, or being a nuisance or occupying a defender and Havertz slipping in behind, because I really rate that kid. I think he's great. But I think it's a little bit more than just blaming Lukaku because he's not scoring goals. It's
Teams.
You look back on the way that Lukaku's played Premier League football, and the fact that you're not competing for the title, really. Do you know what I mean? City are running away with it, and your fan base's expectations of where Chelsea should be after winning the Champions League. I think there's more than just the factors of scapegoating one player.
Yeah. I mean, with Lukaku, I think Lukaku is thing with Lukaku. He needs a lot of loving. One thing why he was banging goals for fun at Milan is because at Milan he was loved. They literally would graffiti buildings over him. That team was built around him. At Chelsea, there's a lot more star-studded team, So he's never going to be like the main kind of attraction at Chelsea. And I feel like he feels it. And ever since before the interview, he was in a really good form. If you guys remember, he scored like 3 goals in 2 games. And ever since that interview came about, the amount of hate he was getting, he declined. Again, disclaimer again, since I know people have short-term memories, I know he brought that on himself. But at the end of the day, our combined kind of goal, and our final objective, both for us, the fans, the football club, and for Lukaku, is for him to score goals, because both of us going to benefit from it. Which is why, for me, I'm very patient with him until the end of the season, and then we see where we go from there.
And also, can I ask, why do you call him R9? Is there a local bus route near Stamford Bridge?
Come on, bro.
I don't know why you call him R9, man. That's disrespectful.
Even the Chelsea account call him RL9.
Yeah, but you also call Mount Money Mace, like Monopoly money.
That's not me, man.
Monopoly. That's Monopoly money. People.
What is your Mason one again?
What's he won again? He
Yeah,
hasn't
what's
won
he won?
anything yet.
Okay,
he hasn't
that's
won
cool.
anything yet. That's cool. I'm not worried about that.
Again, more excuse for Lukaku. I never hear Messi man being defended like this by Kai. But we move.
Dude,
Who said that? Who said
Look,
that?
Me, Rodrigo.
I
Bro,
defend.
the way you defend with Mason Mount, we also need Mason Mount to be supported so he can score goals. Because our main objective is
Mason Mount is
for
a lot
Mason
more
to score
defended than
goals.
Lukaku, bro. Lukaku, every little mistake is like fucking
No, but
made compilations out of. Nah, Mason Mount doesn't get the hate that Lukaku gets. Not even close.
Mason Mount has an account dedicated to all his bad
Bro,
passes.
same as Lukaku has a real persona dedicated to his form, bro. Called Lukaku.
Did you see
bro.
this? Did you see the step overs? I gave
Oh,
up
man.
when I saw the step overs, man. He moved like a fridge, man. He's like
Really
an
he's just low on
elephant.
confidence.
He's gonna
a
be here for
world-class
5 years.
player,
He's
but
gonna
he's
be here
low.
for 5 years, and we'll see.
He's low on
I
confidence.
don't think
don't
he's
know.
gonna be sold, man.
For 5
It won't
years?
be- What, Lukaku will be here for 5 years? Is that what
You
you're
could-
saying?
Who's gonna buy him, bro? We've spent 100 million. You think he's just gonna give him?
IG, let me tell you
Arsenal
Hold
take him.
on. Let me tell you something about us, man. We are a great. Again, he's still a great asset that many teams are going to look at this 3 months like, oh yeah,
Scoring
he's
goals
shit
and
now.
getting-
No, you're deceiving
Yeah.
yourself,
See,
right?
But
that's
you
what
think
you
we're
do.
gonna sell him, Daniel?
Bring back
Suarez.
Lukaku.
Lukaku's a world-class
I don't
player,
think we
but he's in the
will.
worst form of his life.
I
That's
don't think
all it
we
is.
will, but we definitely can easily.
Yeah, but can I didn't say can. I don't think we will sell him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
fair
if he
enough.
doesn't start scoring, we probably might. Let's be
No,
real.
yeah, but that's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
didn't
People
even
need to be
give what's
patient
his name?
until the
What's
end
that
of the
fool's name?
season. The guy haven't been here for 7 fucking months. I'm not gonna like.
Yeah,
go
he,
over
he
my
needs to
mind.
the end of the season. But go on, India.
What's the fix? Can I ask what's the fix here with Chelsea? There seems to like you've got a great squad, you've got some great players, incredible midfield. What's
We don't have
actually
depth in
going
wing
wrong
backs. We don't have depth in
what
wing
is the
backs,
problem?
and we played most games than anybody else. We played like what 15 games since November when every team.
18.
You know, Klopp, one of his players, you know, he didn't fucking he didn't fucking shit right, and you know, and they canceled the whole fucking game. The whole team goes to shit. Us, we literally have no wing backs to field, no players to field, and we don't get our postponement. You know, the Premier League have always been cruel to us, man. So it is what it is, bro. We'll see.
What's Matty K saying, man? What are you saying, Matty K?
I've just been patiently listening, taking in opinions. I'll answer. I think the question is what's one of the big issues with Chelsea, and this probably will be an unpopular opinion, but I think it's the fan base. I'm sitting here listening to every week the same thing that we're moaning about players. We're saying it's all doom and gloom. We're in every single cup competition. We're in a final, and we're third in the league. Yes,
The FC.
yes, Man City are further away, but with the fact that we've played more games than anybody else, we've had massive key injuries. I just think so. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disputing some of the facts that have been done. I just think to myself, take a step back and look at the big picture. I don't think it's as bad as everybody thinks. Just truthfully, I think every week we have the same conversation about Lukaku. Is he good enough or is he not good enough? Is he low on confidence? Is he better? I just think, personally, I think we're judging him. No matter what happens here, we've got to judge him at the end of the season. We're about to go through a slower period where there'll be less games all in such a short space of time. Let's see if we can get the best out of him. If we do, great. If we don't, fob him
Matty,
off.
are you impressed? Was you impressed with his performance against Spurs? That's what I'm trying to understand because we are talking about.
My opinion against Lukaku is I thought he did a job. Do I think he was world class? Do I think he's somebody you go, oh wow, he was £100 million? No, he did it. He did a standard striker's job. He was a nuisance. He linked up play. In my opinion, from my watching the game, yeah, I look at the opportunities that sort of fell, and I'm like, I'm struggling to think of any like major opportunities where I'm like, do something. We scored from a bit of utter brilliance from Ziyech, which was out of this world, and we scored from a set piece. So yeah, we battered them, but let's not be confused thinking like we opened them up and
It's Tottenham tax.
No, we did open them up.
We weren't that good.
For more, it was because of Lukaku.
You say that, but there was others that missed opportunities. And again, I'm not trying to do this defend Lukaku thing. I think he's not performing as well as he should be. I think Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank hit the nail on the head 100% with me when he turned around and said his movement is not good enough at the moment, which I do agree with. And his fitness isn't good enough. And that's why I think when everybody says, oh, why ain't Kai playing? I think, to be completely honest, I think Tuchel's playing him to try and get his fitness up. And I think he has to do that because of the price tag on him. If you, every preview for these last...
You have to play Lukaku because you've got to get him to perform.
When you say who's to blame, what's the question?
Can
I mean?
Yeah, and can I just comment on Johnny? Johnny, didn't you want Harry Kane at Chelsea, bro? They literally scored the same fucking amount of goals, bro. Don't be a hypocrite, man. Support your own
I'm just
players.
waiting for the summer. I'm just waiting for the summer for Johnny to go in the Chelsea shop to get the transfer news for everyone. But what I'm asking is right now is who's to blame if Chelsea don't get the best out of Lukaku? Is it Lukaku himself?
Himself.
Is it?
I disagree. I disagree.
I think there's context. Wait, I think there is context to this. Does Lukaku need to look at himself 100%? You can't sit here and say, no, it's none of Lukaku's fault. We didn't play to his strengths. This boring story that I keep hearing that we don't play to his strengths when we switched to a back four and we're now playing in a 4-3-3, a 4-2-2-2, stuff that he's been doing at Inter Milan. I do think, I keep saying it, and like you said, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank said it, his movement for me is just not doing it. And if it's a confidence thing, I hope it comes back. But at this moment in time, from what I've seen of Lukaku,
I think he's put on weight as well. He's put on weight.
Maybe.
I think
it's not good enough, and he needs to be the difference. He needs to be the focal point. You know, he needs
So
to get himself better. And yeah, I agree that we don't create enough for him in certain games, because there is certain games where we don't play the pass quick enough to him when he makes a run. We had the same problem with Timo Werner last year when he was making runs and we never found him. It was the same bullshit from what I've seen.
The one thing I'll say though is I feel like we don't put enough on the club at times. And I've said before that I feel like Lukaku scapegoat is happening, not because I disagree with people's opinions saying he's not fit enough and he needs to be doing more. 100% agree. But at the end of the day, a good club and a good manager makes the tough decisions. And if he doesn't work out, you can't just say it's on Lukaku. It has to be on the recruitment. It has to be on the manager. If he's played lots of games and he doesn't work out,
Matty, are you saying recruitment based on buying the wrong style of player to fit our system? Is that what you think?
So my point being is, and you can never know if somebody's going to be a success or a flop. It's always going to change. But for me, with Lukaku, we've seen him past in the Prem. We've seen how he's performed. We've seen how he's behaved. Now, you have to take that into consideration. You need to think about, if he comes back to us, could he revert back to that Lukaku? Could we get them performance out of him? Or are we getting the Inter Milan? So for me, yes, it has to go to recruitment as well. It has to. You can't just put it on a player.
You've hit the nail on the head
now.
With the fact he's put weight on, because
he did that for Belgium, right? He put weight on. Man United signed him, and we just couldn't get the best out of him. Once he became bulky, the Prem's way too quick for that. Way too quick.
Yeah. But then, do you not think that has to go down to so the argument there would be, is Conte got the best out of him because Conte turned around to him and said, "Look, in no short words, you're fat, lose some weight, get fitter." So Conte got the best out of him.
I thought that did happen in Italy with Conte.
Yeah, he pretty much told him he needs to lose weight.
Matty, mate, he's 28 years old. No one should tell a 28-year-old guy you need to lose weight to be in your best position. Come on.
Yes,
Rudiger. But he just came back. He just came back from injury.
Yeah, I'm not gonna criticize his weight. That's not real. That's not fair.
Yeah, but why does he keep playing? If he's not playing well, why don't we?
I think he keeps playing to get himself into fitness. I'm not really. I know
that's on Tuchel, isn't it? That was on Tuchel though.
I feel like people are missing my point. I feel like people are missing my point. Like I do. So his weight and his fitness and his movement, that all comes down to Lukaku. 100%. No other person is responsible about that apart from him. He's a 28. He's a man. He should be sorting that himself. But if we continue to play him, and we knew that him becoming out of shape and looking like this and being too big was a possibility, that falls on the manager and it falls on recruitment as well. It's not just him, because the signs were there before we got him that this could happen. So for me, I'm not saying that Lukaku's all squeaky innocent. I'm just saying I think there's shared blame here.
But Matty, don't you think, Matty, that there is more to blame than just the board? Like, I agree with you, the board fucked up. I understand that, and they should have bought him if they knew that was going to happen. But like down the line, don't you think you as a professional, you need to look at yourself and think, okay, maybe I'm not fit enough to be playing for Chelsea at this level. Like he did the same at United. You can't tell me this is the same guy that played for Inter Milan. There's no way this is the same guy. No way.
So the thing. Yeah, so to that response, I'd turn around and say, you're looking at it as a passionate fan of football. It's his job. So you're telling me if you could go to your job, work 50% as hard and still get paid the big bucks, you wouldn't do it? Of course you would. And that's not me. And I know that's on a very low level, and somebody who's got self-esteem, pride and respect wouldn't do that. But my point being is, and I've tried to not scapegoat Lukaku and put it on the board. My point being is, it's not one right answer. I think there's three. For me, if this does not work out, with the amount that we're playing him at the moment, and if we continue to, I think you have to put a bit of blame on Tuchel for not being man enough to drop him when he's not performing. I think you have to put blame on Lukaku for not being fit enough and getting himself in shape. And you have to put it on recruitment for not foreseeing that this was a possibility.
Matt, do you think he's being asked to play him so that? Do you think Tuchel is playing him so that if he get injured, he can just drop him forever? So just keep playing him until he runs himself into the ground.
No, not at all. I think he's doing exactly what Conte did. He didn't turn up in Italy and suddenly he was a slim bean scoring all these goals. He turned up, Conte played him non-stop, told him he needed to get fitter and lose weight. And then eventually he lost loads of weight, got slim, started performing. People seem to think it's an overnight thing where you just go, right, lose 2 stone and start performing. That doesn't happen. You have to play him into fitness.
And you know what, bro? The reality is, if he is underperforming, then he also needs to be taken off, rotated with somebody else who can play instead of a position, and then he comes off the bench, and that's how you build his confidence. Instead of him playing 90 minutes, looking lost, looking out of shape, I don't get why do we play him all the time if he's not playing good. If Tuchel isn't happy with his performance, why does he keep playing him on? Why does he sub him off? And if you know,
He
he
did the
never
same with
subs him off
Ziyech.
either.
Tuchel kept playing Ziyech when everyone thought he was playing garbage, and then look what happened.
Yeah,
He played
you can play a player into form.
But isn't there a thing where the board might be forcing Tuchel to play him because he's again the £100 million signing and you have to make the most out of it? Isn't there a possibility?
I think that's an emotional. I think that's an emotional thought because a lot of our fans don't like Lukaku, so they assume Tuchel is only playing him because he has to, not because he wants to. The reality is Tuchel doesn't have a lot of options in attack.
Can we just touch on the fact?
I'm going to say this for Johnny.
Amazing.
For Johnny, Tuchel wanted Lukaku at Chelsea. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, but can we just touch on the fact that again, this is his first, and this again, not defending him because he should be performing better, but this is his first season back in the Premier League, first season back in the club. It's a season where we've been riddled with COVID and injuries, and we've played more games than anybody else in the very first season. I'm giving him a little bit of slack or a little bit of leeway, and don't get me wrong, I do think he should be performing better. When Drogba come in, he didn't hit the ground running. When everybody's asking for Kai to start now, first season Kai was here, everybody was having his head telling him he wasn't good enough. I just think we're being a bit too impatient with Lukaku. Should he be doing? Yes. Should we be hanging him from a rope and getting rid of him? Yeah. No. I think you've just got to wait to the end of the season and then actually make an educated decision.
Matty, you're my English counterpart, bro.
Matty, I need to ask you a question though. Matty, don't you think that the documentary went and done with Sky Italy basically affected his whole career at Chelsea from that point on? Like, don't you think that's a factor as well? Especially when it comes to the mentality that we know he's not a very mentally strong player. So isn't there a fact to come in hand as well with the fact he's been playing poor?
Yes.
Can I come in, Matt? 1 minute, man. I want to.
Yeah. Go Nick.
Say what you were saying. Yeah. Look, the fact is, last night, the game. He had 3 chances. We know he should have scored 1 at least. He easily scored 1.
The man one for me.
Let me talk, man. What's wrong with you? Who's that?
I was backing you up.
Yeah, let me finish because I forget what I'm saying. Sorry, man. Yeah. He didn't have a great game, but he wasn't completely shit yesterday. He wasn't great. He should be running more, yes, but he had a few touches were good. So he didn't have a bad game, but he should have scored. And it's due to lack of confidence. He hasn't got no confidence. And that's why Tuchel's playing him. He's trying to knock him into that confidence. That's the only reason he's playing every game. But I wouldn't mind if I thought Havertz would start actually last night instead of Lukaku. I thought he'd be on the bench, but looks like Tuchel wants to keep playing him to get it going. But he's out of shape. He does need to train more. Needs to get fit, and he needs his confidence back. So like Matt said, we have to wait till the end of the season. We can't, keep going. A lot of people giving him really bad slack. All these stupid words you hear about him, it's not good. But, that's what I want to say about Lukaku.
I agree with you, Nick. And just to go back to, I think somebody asked me the question about the interview. Do I think that's the big crux of it? Yeah. Do I think his confidence took a hit when he did the interview and it went all Pete Tong? Of course I do. But if you ask any manager in any business, in any organisation across the world, when somebody is low on confidence, it's a two-way street. Yes, they need to work on the confidence themselves, but you need somebody, whether it's a manager, a leader, whoever it is around you, to help pick you up. And so my argument would be if he stays low on confidence, then there's 2 people at fault for that. And I think that's why Tuchel is playing him, like Nick said, because I think Tuchel's trying to to get him out of that rut and say, look, I have faith in you. This is why you're starting all these games. This is why you're playing 90 minutes, to give himself the best opportunity to try and re-raise his confidence.
And that
but
plus,
I do agree he needs to be doing better.
But you can see he is, though. You can see.
1 minute. That plus, is a £100 million player. So Abramovich, he's watching. He wants him on the pitch as well. He wants him to get going. So he's, Tuchel, he's not forced by Abramovich. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think that's childish accusations, man. That's not how football works, bro.
No,
there's no way Roman Abramovich said you have to play this guy now.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Kai, you're taking words out of my mouth. I didn't say that, did I? Yeah. I said, he is watching. He's a £100 million player. I didn't say he's telling him what to.
No, not you. People who are saying that, Nick. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, people, yeah. But it's like Tuchel has to play him in a way. He has to play him to get him going. That's the only reason. Because he knows he ain't on form. He doesn't have a shit game every game he plays, but he needs to score. Once he gets scoring, and loses some weight, he has to do that himself. We can't tell him to do that. If it doesn't change, at the end of the season, he'll be gone. But it's up to him. He has to put it in his mind, like Hasselbank said, confidence and fitness.
Does he have his family around in England, or they're still in Italy?
I think they're here now. I think they're here now.
Yeah. No, he has his time. He's happy. He wants to be in London. It's up to him. I think it will come good at the end of the day.
When I saw him try the step overs, I just gave up.
Yeah, but didn't you see the nice little fix he was doing last night? He does some good movement.
I want him to do well. Don't get me wrong. I want Lukaku to do well. When he came here first time, I was excited. But the thing is, how long? Is this a problem for next season now, where we're only going to see the best of him next season, or is it a thing that we're still going to see this season? Because you can see that Tuchel trusts him enough to play him every week, and you can see Tuchel keeps him motivating him throughout the game. So when is it going to be enough? If you want to say that, when is it going to be where you say, okay, it's not going to work out? That's it. Is it another season
before that Lille game? We have an important game.
Is it another season that we're going to give him until we say, okay, that's it? We can't do it.
No, we have to wait and see. We have to give him at least to the end of the season. That's what we've been saying. But after that,
but for people saying to play him, if we drop him, do you think that might even affect him even more? Like if he started again from the bench.
No, I thought if he started on the bench last night, it might do him good. That's what I really thought. Havertz and Werner might play. I thought that Lukaku will be on the bench, and if things are not going well, he will come on and do something special like Ziyech did. But Tuchel thinks different. We always pick the team, but in the end of the day, we see a completely different team all the time. But Tuchel, I trust in Tuchel. He knows what he's doing. I'll back him whatever he wants to do. Lukaku in, out, whatever. Tuchel's the man to back. No one else.
I need to see performances in the Champions League. I think from Lukaku in the League Cup final.
He's got a few games. We've got a few games coming up now. Saturday FA Cup. We can.
We don't have a game this Saturday.
We don't have games for 2 weeks, so it's good for the.
No, we have Saturday's the FA Cup. Okay.
No, we don't.
No, that's 27. That's the 5th. That's on the 5th.
The 5th of February.
Don't have games.
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks almost.
Oh God, I thought the 5th of February was Saturday.
To be honest, I think this.
Notice. Sorry, Matt.
I think this 2-week break will be instrumental.
This Saturday is the FA Cup, isn't it?
Because that would, I think that's the big test, isn't it? The 2 weeks that we have off now, for me, the next game will be there's no excuses because you've got 2 weeks to work with the team.
I hope we get Reece back by that time. I doubt, but I hope.
Were you guys worried after the Brighton game that the players, there might have been something in the dressing room where the players might be turning on Tuchel?
No, I think they're just tired.
I think the players are just tired.
I think they're very tired, man.
Yeah, they
Like
won't
I
try.
said,
It shows about. Yeah.
whoever said one of the major problems is the fan base is definitely true. Just logic will tell you that we've played 4 more games, or was it 3 more games more
Yeah.
than the next team throughout this entire time. Plus, we've had injuries. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of stuff going on, and we're still third. We're still doing well.
We had a
And
We had
lot.
the
massive injuries.
overreaction,
Then
the
we had massive
overreaction
injuries,
comes
bro. We
from
had like
Yeah, the
6 or 7
fans,
yeah,
man.
injuries.
the
Yeah,
overreaction
but
comes from
Daniel,
the fans, and the
I think
expectation is just like, and it's
Tuchel was
like,
Daniel,
right, and he told the press
when you
we're more
we,
say,
we
mentally
had more
tired
games than
than
anyone.
physical.
We had COVID, we had injuries, and we have to
yeah,
play every fucking 2 days. What you
yeah, but
expect? That's
when you argue with other fans, they tell you your standard are dropping. When you
Who
tell people,
cares
yeah,
about other fans
the
though? Who
players are
cares?
tired, but you hear
Can,
They
other
can,
were
fans say, oh,
mentally tired,
yeah,
not
can, can
physically.
we just
they
talk about
say the standards have
if you
dropped.
Sorry, guys, I've
if
been
you
on the
talk about
phone.
the
One second.
Brighton game, you need to take into consideration that we had 2 days rest in between that Brighton game and injuries. Brighton had 4 days to prepare for us. So fitness, and anybody can say what they want,
and
but
Brighton is
fitness
only
is a big factor.
What are we
And
talking about here? What are we talking about?
also
Our
Matt.
injuries.
Brighton has also only
All right.
played, I
Nothing
think,
because
like 8
some people
games
cannot
during the
even get
time
in
that
in the
we've played
top.
15.
we were talking
If we
about the
were,
usual
hang on.
story.
If we were physically tired, why did Tuchel wait till the 80th minute to be subs?
He's
again,
probably
Players
tired
picked up
too.
red cards.
He's
They
probably
That's
said
tired
it in the
too.
interview.
that's all. Again, that's where
Bro,
you'd
you're
have to
still talking
criticize
about Brighton. That was like two matches ago. Talk about something relevant to how we are
Yeah, but that's the
performing now.
point. It's 2 matches ago
Well,
and
there's
it's
a
been less than a week, bro. That's why
Who's
we're
got
talking about
feedback?
it.
Someone's got feedback, man. I don't know who it
I
is.
just think if you're ever going to have a debate, right, there's 2 ways you do it. You either debate one thing, which will be the last game, which was Spurs, or if you're going to debate how well a player's doing, you either rate them for that one game and you ignore the rest, or then you have to rate the season as a whole, because you can't just go and select a short amount of time and say, I'm only going to rate him for that period. It's unfair data. So my argument is, if somebody wants to ask me how well Lukaku did against Spurs, I gave him a 7 rating. I think he was average. I don't think he did anything brilliant. He had 3 attempts. Should have scored.
7.
I think he was about.
He wasn't.
Again, I think
Average is 6.
yeah, well, you
Give
know,
it a 6.
it's opinions based, isn't it? For me, I thought he was a 7. If somebody asked me how well he's doing over the whole season, I think he's underperforming. I'd probably put him like a
Yeah.
It's
5.
not over yet.
Bro,
And it's not
Lukaku was a
over yet.
5
I mean, no,
versus
it
Spurs
isn't.
for
But
me.
he's basing it up to now, isn't he? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, you got to use
Yeah.
relevant data. So for me, if somebody was to go right, how well? So classic example, Ziyech for me in that last game was a 9. And I know other people have different agrees. That's neither here nor there. Just from my perspective, it was a 9. If you ask me how well Ziyech has been all season, he would be a 6.57 at best. And that's the point. You've got to pick where you're judging somebody
That
from.
doesn't make no
Taking into account
points, Matt.
injuries?
Matthew, you've been talking for a while. Can I add something actually? Because you look like
Just
you've
ask.
been,
I agree.
you've
I
been,
agree with
you've
you,
been,
Matt. I agree with you.
I love you.
imagine you've been running this channel for Jim for a second. Is Jim
Sorry,
taking
I've
shit
been
or something?
out, guys. I've been on the phone. Go on.
I was being
Go on,
asked questions. I was just responding,
Yeah,
mate.
we call it you call it the phone calls. Those things now. Go taking a dump. It's call it answer the phone
I'm
calls.
going to start charging. That's for sure. Where's
Go on,
the
Alex,
commission?
what are you saying?
Or just start your own channel. But here,
Yo,
here's
redneck, chill, bro. Damn.
Yeah, chill.
Russia
Damn,
Adam
bro.
today.
The
I
Russians.
never thought.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just like I
The
took a
Russian
sip. I
sniper.
took.
Let's go.
I've been drinking coffee. Tried to put the word in. I couldn't because it was like Matthew FC over here with the 7 rating of Lukaku yesterday. I was like, what the hell, man?
I don't even need to listen to Alex. It's like 4
I'm a
Jorginho,
Lukaku
4
fan, that's
Lukaku. There's no
bad.
need to even watch the over.
He wasn't good yesterday.
I don't need
Lukaku was not
to
good.
listen to
He's
you,
below
Kai,
average.
and I know for a fact that you're accusing a lot of people of being baby and cry girls, and you one of them actually.
That's not true.
Yes.
Anyway,
How much
the
did they give
game.
Jorginho today? How much did they give Mount today at Jim?
He
I don't
gave
care
it
how
the
much
same
to
with the
give
game.
Mount. You give
But
him
I know how
10,000.
much. I know how much you're gonna give
no.
Jorginho. How much you're gonna give Lukaku. It's broken record, Alex.
Look,
You're my
look,
guy as
no.
well.
Yo, I respect you as a person. Don't get me wrong. I respect you as a person. But you can keep accusing people saying that one thing about the man, but you doing the same thing. One thing.
Which is what?
Everybody does it. Everybody has their own favorite players. I just don't like them all. That's it. For me, I just don't like them all. That's all it is. All the difference. Here's the thing on the yesterday game. That what I think it is. It was the game change when actually Cho made the decision, or Tuchel kick him in the butt, or somebody did something, and changed the game when he finally decided to take the player on like 1v1. When I forgot his name, Tanganga.
Yes, mate.
That's the moment when Chelsea start to play better as a football, as a collective, because we used to press always from the right, nothing comes from the left, and when we start pressing from the left, the defense start to stretch. Don't get me wrong, that Ziyech goal was amazing. I actually thought it was missed first. I didn't think it was in. I thought it hit outside, and I didn't even celebrate nothing. I was like, why is he jumping? Why is he like when he raised his hands up in the air? I thought it was like because he missed that close, and then I realized it was actually scored. But I think that was the pivotal moment for Chelsea yesterday. On Lukaku was improved after the documentary that he did. He was improved. Like I said, he went from liquid shit to the solid shit. He became a better player, like a little bit density of wise. He was just still horrible. And I do agree with everybody. It's a confidence. All the strikers plays on confidence. All of them. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Lukaku, they all play because of the confidence. But problem with Lukaku, it's self-inflicted confidence. He made the decision. Self-inflicted. He made that decision. He is responsible. And to go back to my favorite girl analogist, if you want to start the poll between Lukaku and Harry Kane before the season, after the season, last year, any year at time, I bet you will be 90% of people wanted Kane over Lukaku. And if you in your head thinks that it's not, you need to check.
Can I respond to that?
Yes, you can.
How many games have actually Kane played in his whole career, and how many trophies? The reason I don't want Kane here because he has no ambition. He stayed at Spurs because it's comfortable. The last time he spoke about anything of ambition was with Gary Neville on the fucking golf course.
And exactly what I'm trying to say, that you would how biased you are. That's it.
Can I just add something?
How is that bias though? How is that bias? It's not like
because I can say the same thing about Lewandowski. What kind of ambition is that by challenging only himself? No. No. You said it. I said it. You said it. I said it. Right? Why is it different? Did Lukaku put his name in front of it?
Because I always like Lewandowski more than I like Kane. Lewandowski is a more complete player.
Okay. So
he has more face to his game.
And that's the definition of bias.
What? He's not biased. He just doesn't rate Kane highly.
Exactly.
Kane is a better striker.
Based on what though? Based on what is Kane better than Lewandowski?
Bro, he's been the best striker in the Premier League for 2 seasons in a row. What do you mean?
I'll tell you why, Kai. This is my personal opinion. Yeah. I think Kane technically is better. I think he
Than Lewandowski?
No,
than Lukaku.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's technically better.
It's not hard though. Like I'm technically better than Lukaku.
No, but I think what I'm saying is even and you saw it yesterday. Even when he's not getting much, he can argue that he doesn't get much in games because they've been poor against Chelsea in the times of play. But even in the game yesterday, he makes things happen for himself. He always gets around the pitch. He's always trying to link plays. He's always involved. And that's the difference to me with him and Lukaku. He's
mobile.
Scoring, he's more mobile. Yeah, he will get about, and that's my opinion. I think he's just an overall all-round better player than Lukaku.
Has Lukaku form been as bad as Werner last season?
Worse. No. It's worse.
No.
Is it worse?
Werner was better.
Are you listening, Dan?
Lukaku is still doing things. He's making runs. He's just not banging in goals. That's the key problem. But he's making runs. If you see the match yesterday, he made a couple runs. Let me talk. Let me land. Yesterday, he made a couple runs that wasn't fed to him. That's not his fault that the midfield is not feeding him the ball. It's not his fault that the ball's not getting to his feet. He's holding up play. He's linking up with players. It's just not getting to. He's just not scoring.
Did he not have chances yesterday, Showtime?
Rodrigo, hold on a second. Did you remember those step overs that he did?
Come on.
Yeah,
Lukaku had chances yesterday.
It wasn't.
Look,
They
look,
had
look.
they had
Not
extra
only
time. They had
No,
extra time because of those
We're not gonna
stepovers.
sit here. We're
you're
not gonna
not.
sit
Yeah.
here and talk about these
No.
stepovers when that's. I've been asking for a body feint from freaking Werner. Something. Give me one step over. Give me
Dan,
anything.
I've been asking for
Dan,
the
just to
dribble
back up your,
pass.
Yeah,
just
he
to back
just
up
runs into players, man.
At least he's trying to.
That's
At least he's trying some moves. Like, my man
Lukaku's
just runs.
trying, bro.
Can
You
we
acting like
just
he's
remember
not-
that
you
when
guys
he
are
scored
acting like
that
he's
cracker
not
in the
Hold
top
on a
left?
second. You saying Timo Werner is not trying? That's the one thing I actually
Yeah, he does
think
try.
that
Yeah,
Nah, he
he
tries.
does try.
Nobody,
I
no,
said,
nobody says he's not
I
trying.
said,
I don't
said
want to compare. I
trying
don't wear.
some low post,
Yeah.
low
I know
post
what you're
moves,
saying.
bro. It's
Yeah,
not
but
just.
that's
Why are
because
we
he can't
comparing
do
him?
step overs. That's common sense. Like that's why he don't do it.
Jam,
Timo.
did you know that they added extra time just for those stepovers?
Mate, I'd rather a player get
That
past the
joke
player
went
than just do
nowhere.
loads of step overs and
Those
fucking
step
get nowhere
overs
with it.
reminded me of, like, I thought when he step overs, I thought he's gonna kick the guy.
I thought he was going to
with
step
his
on his
foot,
laces
like-
and fall over.
No. I thought he was gonna step on the guy's neck with the way those step overs look like. It was so funny, man.
But he's still
Like
trying.
Kaka.
He tried to
bro.
create
It's gotta
space
be-
for himself. It was a good block, but still too slow. Go on, Showtime.
So I'm just saying we got to give him some credit. Like he's still trying. You see him giving an effort. I mean, he's performing way better than Werner did in 2 seasons for us. So I mean,
Oh,
that's so true.
He already has the
No.
same amount of goal Werner finished the
What?
season with.
I
With only
don't care
13
about this.
starts.
Oh.
How many goal
Yeah, but
contributions
Werner
has
had,
Werner
like,
got
over 10
compared to
more
Lukaku?
assists.
He's got fuck all.
Can I just say, comparing the two of them is ridiculous. They're completely
They're not-
different
It
players.
is actually.
They-
It is
they're
actually.
brought
Like,
in to
it's
do the
actually
same thing,
laughable that
Maddie.
we're trying to compare
We should
They were
Werner
brought
with
in to do the
Lukaku.
same
to
thing.
Tammy.
Stop it. They were brought in to do the same thing. So you can
No,
compare.
that's
Oh,
ridiculous.
No.
That's a
that's
ridiculous
different
comment.
players.
The only
Totally
person
different
that we
players,
can
bro.
compare, the only person that we can compare from last season at Chelsea was Tammy.
Tammy. Yeah.
Agreed.
And you can't
Yeah.
put those comparison in, and you will see the fact that we sold them, and we paid 100. That's the difference.
But Tammy
You
didn't
can't-
want to sign a new contract.
Yeah, and
No,
Lukaku
no,
has-
no, no,
has
no, no,
close
no,
to
no,
his
no,
He
name.
no,
signed a
no,
new
no, no,
contract.
no, no,
That was
no.
a key factor to him going as well. He did
Yeah,
not want
I
to sign
agree.
a
I
new
agree
contract.
but to go back to Tammy, the reason why Tammy asked for way more is because of how much wages Joe is.
Can we not
And he
just
was
focus on the
outperforming.
improvements
Let's
that were
be
made in
honest,
the last
right?
game? Can we not just be
Tammy
positive as a
outperformed
community for once?
Can I come in?
Tammy
Jim?
outperformed Joe.
Let me
It's
talk about the
impossible.
game. I don't know. We're supposed to be talking about the game. I don't know. This whole Lukaku thing. Every time
Well, it's
you
part of
come
the
on
game.
stream, you talk about Lukaku.
Nick Blue, that's
Talk
part
about
of the game.
Yeah.
Lukaku.
But Lukaku's going to be our best player. That's why we talk about him a lot.
Yeah, he
The
might
thing-
be one day. We don't
Can I
know.
just say though, the thing I don't get is we're talking about Lukaku, who we speak about every week, and the argument, and I don't think I've heard one person say that he was worse this game to the last game. He had a slight improvement across the board,
Slight
and we've been
improvement,
talking
yeah,
for
I agree.
about 20 minutes about him. Yet nobody has been here absolutely praising the ass of Malang Sarr, who had a
Yeah,
fucking
Malang
great
Sarr's
game,
did,
and
actually,
it's been brilliant.
We
For
did
2
praise-
minutes.
we did
For
praise
2
him.
minutes. Why are we talking about him for 2
let me
minutes and
come in and
Lukaku
talk
for
about
20?
Yeah.
He's proving me wrong, Malang Sarr.
Let me
I call him a
t-
donkey.
Well,
Oh,
to
Oh
be
my
fair, to be
God.
fair, Matt, the Lukaku situation started because you brought him up.
Thank
I
you.
didn't bring him
I
up.
jumped on the screen on the stream
And
after I
here's,
heard.
I'm gonna
rants
finish
about
on Lukaku, and I'm not gonna mention him. I gotta go to DMV. Actually, to stay in the line for a while. Here's the.
Can I talk
I
about the
can
game
make
1
somebody.
minute, Jeps?
Yeah,
Yeah,
get your license, man. Come on.
Here's
Okay,
what I.
yeah. Let
I
me
was
talk
I was
for you.
talking Nick.
Yeah, go.
Nick, I'm about to finish.
Nick, he's going to
Yeah.
go. 1 second. Let him just finish.
Yeah.
Go on.
Here's the thing about Lukaku. We knew that thing is gonna be, the interview is gonna come up every time he does something wrong, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem about the interview. It's not about it's gonna be brought up every time. Every time it's gonna be brought up. So what do you expect? You see what I'm saying? It's a self-inflicted wound, and it's people who just gonna put the salt on it every time he doesn't play well. The only problem the only exit out of this situation is for him to actually start scoring. Everybody's saying that, but he doesn't do it. So he's gonna be under radar all the time. By the way, I said Sarr is actually really talented young man before when we signed him. People saying, "Oh, he played for the second division." Prove you wrong. Not me, but him proved to everybody wrong.
Big up
See you
Alex,
guys. I
man.
gotta go away.
See you later,
Well done, Alex.
Man.
Take care.
See you guys.
Good touch,
Hello,
man.
Alex.
Kai,
Don't
stop
try
with
to
the Kai. Stop with the girl analysis, man.
All right,
You're not the
just for you.
specialist on girls.
Wake up, Russian.
Just for you, my man.
That's for Daniel.
See you guys. See you
That's for
then.
See you later, Alex.
One sec, guys. I just saw there's a KRB. What are you saying, my man?
Bro, like I was saying earlier, Lukaku, let's not talk about Lukaku, but Sarr, he was, I think, one of the best players we had yesterday, especially as a left back. And my question is, can he do it as a left wing back? Is he pacey enough and technically good enough to do it as a wing back? That's the only thing that I'm...
I don't think so. I don't think so, personally. I think he's good in a back four. I think he's, like Kai said, I think he's allowed us to switch to a back four. He's given us that option.
Have you noticed, like, he passes the ball forward all the time? He doesn't go back. He rarely goes back.
He doesn't listen to
Always look forward.
Jorginho. Jorginho be telling him to go back, and he just keeps going forward. I am so tired of Jorginho and his direction.
Oh, no.
Oh my God! It's either
I am
Jorginho or Lukaku in this channel, bro. Jim, come on, bro. You have to have restrictions, man.
No, but seriously, like with Sarr, is he just a one-dimensional player then? Is he just a left back or a centre back then?
He's
There's
just
no
a
other
left back, and a left centre back. I don't think he'll play wing back.
Who is that? Do you guys hear
It's
that?
KRB, I think.
No, it's Vladimir.
Twitter. It's Twitter.
Yeah, there we go.
Minerals.
Yeah.
Saying?
Let's have it right. I mean,
Cement.
fucking, what am I hearing? You lot have turned so soft, man, with all this Lukaku love story, fuck's sake, man. The defence on this guy is atrocious, bruv. It's fucking embarrassing how you can all fucking defend this fella. Have you got short memories of what the geezer done and how he ratted everyone out? I think it's like, you just love this player. And fucking
Johnny,
Timo Werner, bro. Timo Werner, bruv, yeah, last season got fucking more slander than this fucking cunt ever got, yeah? Let's have it right.
He deserved it.
And you lot are coming, he didn't deserve nothing like that, bruv, compared to Lukaku, what he deserves, bruv. Lukaku is a fucking fraud, bruv. He's the worst striker I've ever seen play for Chelsea Football Club, bruv, yeah? He's terrible. DeSanto, bruv. DeSanto's clear of this fella, bruv.
All right, boys.
Clear of this guy, bruv. Yeah.
You upset because of the
big up, Johnny.
Love,
bro.
Big up, Daniel. Big up, Daniel. Listen. You can all mute your mics, yeah. I've had to listen to you lot for over an hour, fucking while I'm at work, yeah. And I've come out for a quick 10 minutes, yeah, to just fucking land some minerals and duck out. Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, you guys will never defend Werner in this way, bruv. So I find it disgraceful that you're even trying to defend this guy, that he needs to fucking, look after his weight. He's a grown-ass man, bruv. He should know his diet plan at Inter Milan by now, bruv. He's probably got it memorised on his fucking fridge, bruv. Yeah? Let's have it right. It's just a joke, bruv. The guy's nowhere near, bruv. Mason Mount put him 2 balls on a fucking plate on his feet when in the Brighton game he was moaning at Ziyech, giving it all the bigger and put it on my feet. Well, Mason Mount done that for him and he fucking skied them, bruv, both of them. He should be a rugby player. This guy is not a footballer, bruv. He's built like a brick shithouse, but he's overweight now. So he's an overweight fucking rugby player, bruv. He needs to get on that diet plan, bruv, and sort himself out. At the end of the day, yeah, you can blame all you want, yeah, other than that fella. But at the end of the day, it was his fault. It was his decision to fucking do what he did. He knew exactly what he's doing. His agents knew what he's doing. His management knew what he's doing. So don't give him all this sympathy, bruv. And, he needs to be... Tuchel's playing this cunt 6 games in a fucking row, bruv. Right? So he's played in 5 consecutive 90 minutes and 180 minutes. Who takes your £100 million striker off with 10 minutes to go when you're trying to win the fucking game? Jose Mourinho never done that, bruv. Ever. Yeah? And you can say, he's trying to play him into form. Play him into what fucking form, bruv? In what form, bruv? Kai Havertz is clear of this geezer. He should be on the fucking pitch playing. He gives us more to our team than this Lukaku can dream of, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Where's the defending coming from? I don't understand it, bruv.
Season from Havertz.
I don't give a fuck, bruv. He scored the Champions League final winning goal. He's won a trophy for Chelsea Football Club, the most prestigious trophy, bruv. Yeah.
You can't live off that goal forever,
Lukaku,
man.
Bruv, let me tell you about Lukaku. He would never score that goal in the Champions League final, bruv. He would never have the brain cell
Minerals, can I ask you a question?
To fucking go round the player and dribble and fucking think it in, bruv.
Minerals, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely,
can I just ask you a question?
Never. Yeah, go for it, mate.
I'm not arguing with what you said. Like I say, I don't think he has been good enough. So I'm not one of these that's sticking up for him or anything. I just genuinely want to know, right? And I get your anger and frustration, but can you honestly tell me, name one player ever that has responded well to the type of reaction you're giving to him? So I know you're saying, oh, he's not been good enough, he's been shit and all this. And, you know, to be fair, opinions. Everybody's got one. You know, they're just like orgasms. As long as I've had mine, I don't give a fuck about yours. But truthfully, name one person ever that has had lethal, very straightforward, this sort of criticism thrown back at them and then perform better after it.
Lukaku, I'll tell you this now, yeah. I'll tell you this now. Lukaku ain't getting this criticism if he didn't rat everyone out, bruv. That's the bottom line. It's because he done the interview, bruv. If he never done that interview, I was one of them. I was behind him. I was away at games fucking backing him, singing his fucking name, man. And he's done that and disgraced us all, bruv. I don't personally think that he has got the mental capability to come back from this. And he deserves this treatment. I don't think he deserves to be booed. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe in booing your players on the pitch wearing a blue shirt. But he deserves every fucking criticism that he gets.
But you think how would you get the best out of him?
Let me tell you how it is, yeah? Now, hold on, yeah, bruv, because I ain't got long, yeah? I'll tell you how it is. Tuchel's played every fucking combination under the sun for this geezer. He's tried different formations for this geezer, and the guy scored 1 goal against Chesterfield, bruv. All right? This guy is a one-dimensional, one-trick pony. He always has been, always will be. He's an old-school, traditional striker. In the modern game, yeah, get players like that, striker profiles of strikers are not like that anymore. You look at Lewandowski's, you look at Benzema's, you look at Haaland's, you look at fucking even Harry Kane, bruv. Look at the versatility in his game, what he's got in his locker, bruv. This guy hasn't got anything. He's a bull in a china shop. He's always been like that. It's down to the board buying him. Tuchel never fucking wanted. If you really think that Tuchel wanted Lukaku, you're fucking brain dead, bruv. I'm sorry. Whether you like it or not, yeah. Whether you like it or not, Lukaku. This guy never wanted Lukaku, bruv. Yeah. I can tell you straight facts, that this guy. It's clear as day. You've seen enough games. You've seen 6 games in a row. You've seen the games previously, yeah? And you can say, oh, he was scoring for fun. He wasn't scoring for fun, bruv. He scored 7 goals.
Minerals.
Yeah? Hold on. He went through a game of 7 He went through, I think it was 7 games before he got injured. No goals, no assists. No one fucking blinked an eyelid, bruv. No one even questioned it. No one gave him any criticism. If that was Timo Werner on that pitch or Kai Havertz, everyone's coming for him. So why
how many goals do Kai Havertz and Werner have in the league?
Why is it all right to come for? Why are you not coming at Lukaku? That's my question to you lot as fans, bruv.
How many goals does Kai Havertz and Timo Werner have in the league?
Minerals, not to argue against your point.
You know what they do? They add to our system. They benefit our system the way Tuchel plays. Lukaku cannot play in our system.
What are you saying, though?
Lukaku's not a fucking possession-based player, bruv. He's a counter-attacking player.
He's occupying 2 defenders at all times.
Minerals, let me ask you a question.
He doesn't move, bruv.
Minerals, let me ask you a question.
You're just ranting, bro.
Yeah.
Minerals, let me ask you a question, right? So it's not just a blare at Lukaku. Let's try and get a resolution to it, right?
No, I'm not blaring, bruv.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me finish. Let me land.
There's no blare here, bruv.
Let me land, right? So you've said how you feel about Lukaku. I think we all get it. We all know, you know, who agrees or doesn't agree. My question to you is, though, at this point in time, how would you get the best out of him? Because it's all right saying he's crap and he's all this. He's £100 million.
You got
so you just wouldn't play him.
And if you think for 1 second that the board are going to be happy for Tuchel to bench him for 2-3 games, you're out of your fucking mind, bruv. Because he's $100 million.
Do you think that would get the best out of him? Do you think that would get the best out of him?
He needs to be dropped. His form is terrible. His performances are terrible, bro.
But you're not answering the question.
Listen.
You're not answering the question, though, Minerals.
And ease him in, bro.
You're not answering the question, though.
I've just answered
how do you get the best out of him?
What do you mean how? You got to play counter-attacking football. You have to play counter-attacking football to get the best out of Lukaku. That is the only way. And not only that, you have to fucking build the whole team around him. And Tuchel has come out and said he's not building it around one specific player. He builds it around a collective number of players. And that's fucking right. Because his system is versatility. He likes to change formations within the game. Do you understand that? Lukaku ain't got the capacity to do it. He ain't got the minerals, bruv. This guy's never had the minerals. I've always said it. He's never been that. He's an average player. He's never been world class. He's never been good enough to play for a Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea football club. He's fucking lucky he went to Man United, because the only reason he went to Man United is because they're fucking dead, bruv. Do you think Fergie would buy Lukaku? Give me a break, bruv. Do you think Pep would buy Lukaku or fucking Klopp? No chance.
Pep wanted him.
Don't be stupid. Pep wanted him. Give me the proof he wanted him, because there's no chance he wanted him, bruv. He's a bull in a china shop. Do you know what? Pep plays possession-based football the whole game, yeah? What's this guy with his touch going to do, bruv? He's going to lose the ball every time. He's useless. He can't even hold the ball. And yesterday, I don't hear anyone say we don't create chances for him, bruv.
Wait, how good of a footballer is Sterling?
Four big chances for him yesterday, and he fluffed every single one of them. He's not good enough. And he hinders everything about our side. He hinders our pressing, he hinders our movement, our fluidity, our fucking change of tactics in the system.
I don't know what you saw yesterday then.
He left.
Because I don't know how many goals does Kai Havertz and Timo Werner have in the league compared to Lukaku?
May I add something? Showtime, may I say something, yeah? I think the problem
he ruins everything.
Oh,
Sorry, Dan.
it's fine.
Big up, geezer. He ruins everything in our game. Yeah,
Oh,
and Timo Werner, you can come at him all day long. You want. You can come on Kai Havertz, but do you know what? Kai Havertz, when he came on against Brighton, do you know what he did? He dropped in deep. He moved defenders out of positions. He linked up playing. He placed 2 balls to Timo Werner. Yeah. But no one else was in that.
What did Lukaku do yesterday?
And when what did Lukaku do? He fucking missed all his chances, bruv.
Yeah, but he kept the defenders occupied.
Bruv, have you seen the compilation of how many?
Done nothing.
Have you seen the compilation of how many
Bro, I'm
times
tired of him talking about Lukaku and how bad he is. Okay, he's not scoring goals.
He's terrible,
Get
bro.
over it.
There's no.
I don't say
defending
Lukaku
him.
had a good game. He didn't, but he wasn't
defending
like
him.
a
Do you know what? Yeah,
Like,
you
come
say
on,
he had a
Lau.
good game yesterday. Your standards are so fucking low, bruv. And I'll tell you why. The only reason that he looked better, yeah, let's have it right, is because Mason Mount, Ziyech, and Cho fucking
Now you
did
bringing
all
Mason
the
Mount?
work.
No, come on, Cho
Cho
wasn't good. Cho was not good yesterday. Come on.
Come on, you bringing in Mason Mount, who's been poor all season.
He's pulled a lovely smoke screen in front of you all. You're fucking blinded by this.
Mason Mount's poor, did you say, Showtime?
He's clueless.
He's been out of form this whole season. He hasn't
He's our top dog scoring open play, bruv. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? How well has he been playing this whole season? How well has he been playing
Mount
this
was
whole
better
season?
last season, but Mount's still
fella,
been good.
bruv.
He's still been
Absolute
good.
nonsense. You're
Come on, man. He's burnt out. Everybody keeps saying it. Mount is burnt out. That's the freshest. That's the freshest we've seen Mason Mount all season yesterday. That's the freshest we've seen Mason Mount all season yesterday. Stop it. You're bringing Mason Mount to this.
Yeah, Mount versus Watford and West Ham was
Don't be silly here, bruv.
Mason Mount should have been
That's the freshest he's seen Mason Mount all season.
Goal. He would have been man of the match. Let's have it right. He was
cement mixing, yeah. Cement mixing.
Man wasn't that good. He was good, but he wasn't that good.
Let's have it right, yeah.
That's the freshest we've seen Mount all season. I'm not hearing nothing no more.
He created 11 chances in that game. Ziyech didn't create nowhere near that, bro. Nowhere near it.
That is the freshest we've seen Mason Mount all season long.
Yeah, when you say we lack chance creation, I don't want to fucking hear it come out of your mouths, bruv. Absolutely. What a joke, bruv. He is our biggest chance creator, bruv, since Eden Hazard. And you lot fucking coming at Mount. He's the least of our worries. Come at Lukaku, bruv.
I love
Go
Mount.
at him, bruv.
I said he didn't have his best game. I just felt he's good.
This is the freshest we've seen Mason Mount all season. I'm not hearing nothing no more about
Mason Mount is a cement, bruv. Cement mixer.
The glue, the minerals, he's all of that, bruv. He's everything, mate. Yeah? So I don't want to hear none of this nonsense, right? Timo Werner is fucking clear of Lukaku. Kai Havertz clear of Lukaku.
What?
This guy has to get out of our club, bruv.
Oh my
He's a bad
goodness.
seed, bruv. He's a bad egg. And the fact that you're fucking backing him is winding me up even more.
We're not backing him, but we just don't appreciate you going on a rant about Lukaku for the last 20 minutes, bro.
Listen, if you're
ranting about Lukaku and his form,
then I don't know what you've been watching at Chelsea for the last 20 years, bruv, because that is not our standard.
Anyway,
level,
guys,
let's have it right. I've got to duck out, Jen, bruv. I've got to duck
see you
out,
later.
Yeah, big up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. Fucking get him out of my club, bruv.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Finally, he's gone.
On that note, 2 hours. I'm leaving as well. 2 hours show, mate. It's been. I think we just leave, guys. We won, yeah. We won.
Can we end on some positivity though, Jim?
Yeah. No, we won. We got the win. We needed the points. You know, we need to get away from the top 4 battle between Arsenal and Spurs. that was the right thing to do. Arsenal drew against Burnley, which was big for us as well. That means they can't overtake us, even if they win their games in hand. So, we're just try and be relaxed.
I hope we get Spurs to the FA Cup so we can beat them for a 5th time.
Jem, can I ask you something?
Go on, Rodrigo. Go on.
Do you know of any team in world football or in a big league that lose to one team for 35 years in a row? How is that? I don't know. How is that possible?
Embarrassing.
No.
35 years.
I've got a fact.
Everywhere they go.
Hey, we're the first
team.
We're the first team in Premier League to get 500 points in London derbies. First team, so we broke history records there. 500 points.
Jem, I got another
breaking
fact.
A lot of records with Super Tommy Tuchel.
Do you know what I mean? Go on.
The first time, the last time Spurs lost 4 games to an opponent was Chelsea back in 2002.
There you go, and that's why I said at the beginning of the show, we own them. We literally could play in their home ground and it would be like our home ground. Like we own it. Like that's it. It's done. There's no.
With the only team in London with the Champions League.
Yeah.
With the only team in London with the Champions League.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That shows the power of Marina. Oh man,
you love Marina, didn't you? Showtime?
No, Marina. No.
I was looking at how
Marina. She reminds me of a West Side Story.
Yeah, you know it.
That's Maria, bro. It's Maria.
That's a song. That's a song,
man. I love you, Jem.
Listen, guys, smash the like button. Please do that. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're on our road to 4.1k subscribers. Hope you enjoyed the show. We are going to be back. Who have Chelsea got next? Plymouth, isn't it? That's not...
Plymouth, yeah.
We ain't got football this week.
Plymouth, Argyle.
Are we doing a debate show or something?
Have we got football this week?
No.
5th of February.
I'm going to have to watch AFCON, mate.
Yes,
nobody's watching AFCON after Nigeria went out yesterday. Stop it.
Well,
what happened yesterday?
We got debate shows. We're gonna do transfer shows. We're gonna do all of that stuff to try and keep you guys occupied and involved around Chelsea. Stay tuned. I'll try and keep bringing in the streams, my guys. But big up to everyone: Rodrigo, Nick, Prime, KRB, Showtime, Hassan, Grail's Dinner, Kai, Daniel, the Minerals himself, DJ Savjay, and everyone that's in the chat right now. Still big up to all of you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will be back again.
Up Marina.
Gerard. Keep talking fast. Okay, then.